This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville, your home for the Blitz with Jason and Joe on YouTube and always at sasportsstar.com. San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, some strange injury news for the Dallas Cowboys. Cornerback Trayvon Diggs will not be in the game on Sunday. Apparently, he had an accident at his home last night. He had concussion.
Well, the good news is Washington will not have four-star wide receiver Terry McLaurin. He has been ruled out. Cowboys will have their wide receiver C.D. Lamb. He is returning for Sunday's game after missing the last three with a high ankle sprain.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minutes.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Yes, it is, and it is a football Friday. And as usual, on a football Friday, we're at a football stadium, high school variety. We're out at Southwest Legacy. Tonight, the Fire and Armor Bowl.
Yeah.
Legacy taking us the big brother Southwest. Ought to be a dandy. I'm Joe Reinagel. That's Jason Minix, who will have the call for you right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, beginning 7 o'clock tonight.
Yeah, our Quarterman Plumbing High School Game of the Week, energized by Hill Electric, and a good neighborhood rivalry type of game. This one's going to be a lot of fun, and I got to be honest with you, I've never been out here to Legacy High School.
Nor have I.
Titan Stadium. And driving out here, where the hell am I?
It's out here.
Where am I? And what is going on out here with all the growth?
It is a boom out here. Subdivisions, new ones going in all over the place. And, man, I tell you what, the city's growing and apparently growing this way.
Well, it is. If you are in this area, if you live in this area, tell me what's going on. Because quite honestly, as we sit here at the stadium, or we're high above everything, and I'm looking in the binoculars and something's getting built over yonder. I don't know what that is. There looks like some major warehouse type. I don't know what that is. What's the big boom in this part of town that, quite frankly, I'm unaware of?
Well, I'm unaware of it as well, but there must be something going on out here because folks are moving out here left and right, apparently. This is a brand new high school. Southwest had to add another one, so they added Legacy.
I want to say it opened in 18.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I want to say it. That sounds about right. So not sure, but I tell you what, it's a nice stadium. Turf looks great, and it's going to be a hell of a football game tonight.
It should be you look at Southwest is undefeated on the year. Legacy has 1 loss on the season. It's a battle for the district playoff race, potential championship. Lots of ramifications. Not only our game of the week, the Express News game of the week as well. I mean, this is the place, and a good neighborhood rivalry. You expect this stadium is going to be packed here in a couple hours. It's always fun when you get to a stadium early, and you're the only one here, and you have to find somebody that works here to unlock the elevator so you don't have to hike it up the bleachers, and then we're on the 3rd floor of the press box.
Yeah, well, some of you got to take the elevator. Some of us did not.
Some of us are smart to find somebody with a key.
Well, I guess so, but I'm assuming there's no sign on the elevator, so I go push the button and nothing happens. Push it again, nothing happens.
Uh-huh.
And I'm thinking, well, I guess the elevator's broke because our engineer was out here and he said there was a sign on the elevator that says not working.
Not working.
No sign today.
No, it works.
Keep putting
it works just fine.
Work for you. I got a nice little workout.
You got your steps in.
I did.
You got your steps in.
Well, that's the way it goes.
Look,
I guess.
You should be motivated to do bleachers on a day like today after watching 3 old men just dominate last night in sports. I mean, everybody wants to talk about Flacco and Aaron Rodgers. Did you see Max Scherzer last night? Just flat dominating the Seattle Mariners, and then at one point pulled the old man card, get off my lawn. In other words, tell his manager, get off my mound. I'm staying in this game. I'm going to finish this.
Well, good for him. No, the answer is no, because I was too busy basking in the glow of being absolutely correct on my lock of the week with the Cincinnati Bengals. And I hope all of you took advantage of that, because if you didn't, well, it's your own fault. I give you the advice. I tell you it's a lock.
Yep.
And if you didn't go with it, well, sorry, that's your own fault.
Blind squirrels.
Dude, are you kidding me? I've never more sure of something in my whole life. Knew that was going to happen because Aaron Rodgers, that bum, is not as good as everybody says he is. That team is not as good as everybody thinks they are. And, well, they had an opportunity to put a stranglehold on that division. Now, guess what? Cincinnati's just a game back. Baltimore's got to look at that, getting Lamar Jackson back. They got to feel like they got a shot. Pittsburgh's in for a collapse, my friend.
They might be, but honestly, Aaron Rodgers played great last night.
He wasn't bad.
The defense is the biggest surprise. And granted, Joe Flacco, and give that dude a ton of credit. I mean, and give the Bengals coaching staff a ton of credit. And Andrew Berry, what the hell are you thinking? I'm with Mike Tomlin now. What are you thinking? You think about what we saw last night and what Cincinnati did. They handpicked Joe Flacco. Remember, we were all surprised. Why? Joe Flacco looks awful with Cleveland. You didn't even try for Russ. You didn't try for Jameis Winston. They knew what they could get with their system and Joe Flacco. That's a coach that said, here's the quarterback I need to go get. And Joe Flacco delivered last night. Jamar Chase, I mean, even with his drops, was still incredible. And you look at Aaron Rodgers, he had that one bad pass that got intercepted, but that one goes on his record as interception. DK Metcalf just got robbed. And Hail Mary still traveled 70 yards in the air. That's what's crazy is, of all things, Pittsburgh's defense let them down. Aaron Rodgers did enough to win that game. I expect more out of the Steelers' defense.
Well, look, they haven't been that great all season, to be honest with you. And that's where they've got all their money tied up in. Look, give Joe Flacco some credit.
I am.
I mean,
I just did.
Well, I know, but you say the defense was terrible. Maybe Flacco made the defense look terrible.
Dude.
I mean, that guy, and I don't know what Joe Burrow, what his problem was. I mean, Flacco had all day to throw the football last night. I mean, he had all day. That offensive line did a hell of a job, not only blocking for him, but the running game was going as well. And look, Flacco, I just think he said, Jamar Chase is better than anybody else on the field.
Yep.
And I'm going to throw him the football, and he's going to catch it more times than he's not. And that's exactly what happened. I give Flacco a lot of credit. He was cool. He was calm. Nothing seemed to bother that guy. And well, there you see the result. They come back and they win that game. Big win for Cincinnati.
And for Cincinnati, if they can get more games like that out of Flacco, and we've seen Flacco play for 87 years, we know we're going to see games like that, and then we're going to see just straight dumpster fire games. But if they can get some more wins, and if Joe Burrow can get healthy, if they get into the playoffs with a Joe Burrow, and who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
With that offense, and again, that defense is playing a little bit better. They've fixed whatever has ailed them to some extent anyway. Good game last night. I enjoyed watching that, seeing those two old guys go head-to-head like that. It was, it gives us old guys some hope.
Does it?
It does, yeah. It really does, yes. Absolutely it does. And so, I don't know, man. I like it. But, hey, if Flacco can continue to play like that, I think Cincinnati's got to feel pretty damn good about the future, at least this season, and having an opportunity to get in the playoffs.
And like you said, I think the most underrated part of the game last night was Joe Flacco had time in the pocket.
Did, yeah.
And if they have somewhat fixed some of their offensive line issues, and even that run that he had late, which was – the second biggest surprise of the game is that run that Flacco had late to pick up a first down. What did he get, 12, 13 yards?
He did, yeah. That's fooled everybody.
Well, I mean, but again, just all of it. It was that's what you love about the NFL. is any given Sunday or Thursday night in this case, seeing those guys battle. It was just a hell of a football game. If you're a Steeler fan, you're mad as hell. If you're a Bengal fan, you're ecstatic. If you didn't have a dog in the fight, other than maybe what bets you made, outside of that, you just had a really good Thursday night football game.
It was a great football game, and not only do I get the satisfaction of seeing Aaron Rodgers go down in defeat,
yep,
I did win a little money on that game. So it turned out really a nice Thursday night. It wasn't bad at all.
Not bad.
So I'll take that, and anytime Rodgers goes down, that's just the cherry on top.
I'm happy anytime the Steelers lose.
Well, me too, actually.
And Aaron Rodgers there, but Aaron Rodgers played good last night. He played good enough to win. Yeah, he did. Yeah.
He did. But Flacco was a little bit better, wasn't he?
Yep.
Yes, he was.
You called it.
Yeah.
You called it.
I expect flowers from everybody.
There's no flowers coming.
There should be. There should
for
be.
what?
I get an Eagle fan of all people.
Yeah.
Giving me flowers. That's nice.
Well,
so, that's fine. I just hope I'm just here to do a service.
I'm just glad that, you're humble in victory.
I'm just here to do a service to all the people. I hope everybody made a little money last night.
Yep.
And if you didn't, well, I can't help you. I give you a gift. A gift. Just hand it to you.
Yeah.
And, well, I hope you
give me 5 more of those, would you?
5 more?
Just give me 5. I'm not greedy.
Yeah, right. That's true. Cowboys need a gift this week. And, they kind of got a coal stuffed in their sock with the news about Trayvon Diggs. My goodness, we're talking about that. And old Jerry Jones was on 105.3 The Fan this morning. And, well, we'll try to interpret what old Jerry had to say on the radio when we return here from Southwest Legacy High School. The Fire and Armor Bowl taking place tonight. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
I tell you all the time, with football season here, basketball about to get started, best place to get in on all the action and make your picks and win money is right here in Texas at Underdog. And playing on Underdog is easy. You pick whether your players are going to go higher or lower on stats like rushing yards, receptions, touchdowns, that sort of thing. Get your picks right. You can win up to 5,000 times your cash. Love to tell you when I win money on Underdog, and I'm not afraid to tell you when I don't. Like last night, Joe Flacco and that 12-yard run that he had late, that put him higher, his rushing total, and I went lower because I didn't think he was going to run for many, many yards. That kept my entry from turning green, but that's all right. There's games on Saturday. There's games on Sunday, and I am certainly ahead on the year. You want to be ahead? Download the Underdog app today. Sign up with promo code STAR to score $100 in bonus funds or bonus entries when you play your first $5. Again, promo code STAR at Underdog. Make picks, win money.
Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday at 3:25 p.m. The Cowboys are back home after a 2-week road trip, taking on the Washington Commanders. Pre-game starts at 2:30. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo, no missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/sports. QUO.com/sports.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-936-9033. 800-936-9033. 800-936-9033.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
It's a little quiet on the border these days. Illegal border crossings at an all-time low because Donald Trump and Senator John Cornyn have been fighting side by side to seal the border. Cornyn has led the charge in the Senate, funding more agents, more technology, and more miles of secure border wall, beating back Biden's border failures, taking the fight directly to the cartels. Cornyn stands with President Trump, voting with him 99% of the time, supporting Trump's nominees, confirming conservative judges who defend our Constitution, and together, Trump and Cornyn put America first. They've worked to keep our families safe and our border defended. Yep, it's quieter on the border now because real leadership gets results. Call and thank Senator John Cornyn, 713-572-3337, and tell him to keep delivering Trump's agenda. Paid for by Lone Star Freedom Project, LoneStarFreedomProject.com.
Calling all Cowboys Nation in San Antonio. Game day isn't complete without the right look, and the Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop has everything you need. Whether you're headed to the game or watching from home, the Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop has you covered. Find game day staples like jerseys and hats to fan favorites like hoodies and jackets at any of our 4 convenient locations: River Center, North Star Mall, Ingram Park Mall, and Huebner Oaks Shopping Center. We're open 7 days a week. Find the best selection of Cowboys gear only at the Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Monday on the Morning Huddle, recapping a big weekend of sports. How'd that Cowboys defense hold up? Preseason is done for the Spurs. They finished up on Friday night versus Indiana. We'll talk season totals and playoff possibilities. Get here early. Party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
And we're live at Southwest Legacy High School. Big game out here tonight. Southwest Legacy taking on Big Brother Southwest. Yeah, they probably hate hearing that or hate it when people say that. Big Brother. It's true, though, right? Fire and Armor Bowl is what they're calling it. Jason Minix will have the call for you right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star beginning at 7 o'clock. I'm Joe Reinagle. He is Jason Minix.
Do you know why they call it the Fire and Armor Bowl?
Has something to do with the Titans and the shield and the all that stuff, right?
That would be the armor.
Okay. And the fire is the dragon.
There you go.
Okay, yeah. It just... Whatever. Some freshman come up with that or what?
I have no idea. Good Lord. So imagine you're a head coach.
Yeah.
And you do a couple radio interviews in the morning, and then you get a call, a text, a note. Somebody comes and tells you one of your star players had an accident at home and is probably going to miss the game on Sunday.
You're the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. You're probably going, well, it's a day that ends in Y. Honestly, it seems like stuff happens all the time, but this is weird. It really is weird. So apparently Trayvon Diggs had an accident at home, and he's got a concussion.
Okay.
So did he fall off something? Did his wife beat the hell out of him? Something happened.
He fell and hit his head, or somehow he hit his head.
Well, that happens every day. Come on. What the hell was he doing? Was he hanging up a Christmas lights or something?
Until we find out, the speculation is there. It's one of those weird home accidents. Did he slip in the pool? Did he slip? I don't know. It's just par for the course for the Dallas Cowboys this year, right?
Exactly.
There always seems to be something. Maybe he saw the defensive game plan and it was 100% zone and he's banging his head against the wall at home. Who knows?
Well, that's possible, I guess. Maybe he's trying to remember how to play cornerback. That could be it, banging his head against the wall, trying to figure that out. The bad news for the Cowboys is Kaiir Elam is going to start in his spot. Yeah. The good news is Scary Terry's not playing for Washington.
Yeah, Washington's got some receiver issues. And they've got a great rookie running back named Bill. And his name, there's no Bill anywhere in his name, but that's what he goes by, right? But you wonder with Jaden Daniels, Noah McLaurin, some other injuries, Noah Brown's on IR. It's going to be interesting to see. Although Zach Ertz matched up against those piss poor linebackers, could have a field day. Now, Jerry Jones said today on 105.3 The Fan, Flus, he's got a plan.
One thing about Eberflus is we certainly knew Eberflus, knew his background, knew how he's evolved in his coaching, knew times when it didn't go good for him, and knew times when it did go good for him. We know Eberflus. And I can tell you he's a young 50-year-old coach that's had head coaching experience in the NFL. You say, well, where's that right now if it's important? It's just a part of a makeup. And what you really want more than anything is in times like these, you don't want people that break and run. You want them that'll hang in, stick in there, look pragmatically, make the adjustment if necessary, but do it begrudgingly because Flus has a plan, and he has a plan of what he wants our defense to be. It hadn't worked. It always looks bad, boys, when it doesn't work. Yet there's a lot of pats on the back when it does. If you can't take that, you can't coach in the NFL.
Well, that's it. If you can't take that, Jerry knows all about taking criticism. That's for sure.
Well, and again, he's right. When a defense plays well, when an offense plays well, it's there. I have a plan too. You have a plan. We all have a plan of what we think that defense can do. But that plan doesn't seem to be working. By all accounts, it's the players, right? Stephen Jones yesterday on the Blitz. It's guys have to go execute. You heard that from Eberflus yesterday.
Yep.
Well, those players, they roster construction goes to Jerry Jones, right? Either the players don't fit the plan or the coach won't adjust the plan to fit the players. I would like to think that a guy that is coached to get to the NFL level, to become a head coach in the NFL, would somehow be able to adjust his plan to get the most out of what he has. Now, again, I said this a little bit yesterday. Maybe the plan that he's going with is the best possible plan with the personnel that he has, and it still sucks, right? I mean, obviously he's not an idiot. Obviously he knows what he's doing. So is he going with the plan that gives them the best chance at success, even though with what we're seeing, it's unsuccessful? Like all of us that think they should do this or they should do that. I'm sure he's thought of that, but he's also thought of those consequences because he's got a lot more information on what those guys can do than we do.
Well, that's a great theory, but the fact that it's not working, and it's insanity to continue to do something that just doesn't work.
Sure.
I mean, even if you want to play man, Trayvon Diggs, all right, we'll go play man. And if that fails, then that's on Trayvon Diggs. If he gets beat, then, hey, I did what you wanted. That's how you wanted to do it. And we did it, and well, look at it. It just didn't work. Look, I just can't believe that there's some players on that defense that aren't playing well. But, I mean, some of those high-priced corners aren't playing well either. Deron Bland's not playing well, and neither is Trayvon Diggs, and now he's not playing at all.
Well, again, Diggs is going to miss because of a concussion, but those guys got that big money because they were able to get takeaways. They're not getting takeaways.
They're not.
I mean, there's little things that you just kind of expect from a defense, and they're not getting done.
Although the Cowboys have won the takeaway battle the last 2 games.
And generally you win a takeaway battle, you win the turnover battle, you're going to win the football game, but that defense can't get a stop to save their life. So they're sitting there with the record they are. And Jerry does say, 3 defensive coordinators in 3 years, that too is a part of the problem.
Let me give you a perspective. We've had 3 different defensive coordinators over the last 3 years. That's my fault. That really is. You knew you were going to have somebody different than the last 2 years when we hired Flus. On the other hand, you look at any of these defenses, they get better and better as the season goes along. That's just part of it. And they get more comfortable with their responsibility. They call it gap integrity. That means be sure you've got your spot covered before you leave it, mentally or physically. And so when that changes to any degree and you're thinking at 100 miles an hour, it's not like we're sitting down there on a piece of paper doing X's and O's. Then you have some growing pains. Yes, I think our defense will improve, and it will improve to in the level of preventing some scoring.
Well, that would be nice. Improve to a level to improve, stop scoring. Look, I'm going to go back, and this worked out perfectly last year. Was it last year or the year before last? McCarthy said when he took over play calling, it would take about 5 games to get it done. We've played 6 now. We're going into 7. Is that the same thing with Eberflus and this defense? Is it just taking a while? I say no, but I'm just throwing out the theory for your fun.
Yeah, well, spaghetti against the wall.
Exactly.
Something eventually is going to stick. And, we keep waiting and hearing that help is on the way. And that's true. A lot is being put on Overshown's shoulders because he's going to be healthy. And when he gets back, boy, Jerry thinks it's going to make all the difference in the world.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. I'll tell you, 95 got that. Got it big time. And that's a very good question. Where is that on defense? Now, actually, that can go from each side of the ball. It's not that defined as to you're on your side and I'm on my side, defense, offense, special teams. But we've got some guys that can do that there defensively. And I like very much, frankly, the Overshown. Michael Irvin said the greatest thing that happened to him was his rehab from his injury in his second year with the Cowboys. He said, I realized that I could lose the thing that I love so much, and that is football. And he said that injury helped me really understand how bad I wanted to get every moment out of it and everything out of it. So injury has several aspects to it that could compensate for having the injury. Overshown could be that kind of player.
Uh-huh.
Well, I would say that, and there's a lot going on Overshown's plate. The guy's had 2 serious knee injuries playing football for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, but that rehab, man, that's motivated.
Well, I guess I think I like him. I like DeMarvion Overshown, and I think he could be. But, I mean, my goodness, we're expecting a lot out of a guy that, he's been seriously injured twice now. I can't it's hard for me to say that expect him to go out and be Superman as soon as he gets back.
Well, and look, I know he says 95. He's talking about Kenny Clark.
Yeah.
And Kenny Clark at times has played extremely well. And then there's other times where he's just been blown off the ball. And that's going to happen in a football game. But Kenny Clark has a different kind of pressure because he was in the trade with Micah Parsons. He's not Micah Parsons. He's never going to be Micah Parsons. But boy, Jerry talks him up every chance he gets to try to validate bringing him in. And I just, with Jerry, last week, Rico Dowdle ran for over 200 yards against you. You probably shouldn't bring up Kenny Clark today.
Yeah, that's not a good idea. That's for sure. Hey, Jerry's got to defend that defense. He has to because he's getting hammered. Eberflus is getting hammered. Schotty's getting hammered. I mean, they all are right now. And if they lose this game against Washington, then the hammering will continue. They got to keep the glass half full. That's the only way they what else are they going to say? Yeah, that defense sucks, and I shouldn't have traded Micah Parsons. That was a big mistake.
No, he's not going to say
that.
Well,
he's not going to say that. Exactly. So you got to say the glass is half full. And that's what Jerry's doing, and he's a genius at it.
Help is on the way.
Help is on the way. That's for damn sure.
Will it be too late, though, when it gets there?
Yeah, well, perhaps. Who knows? A couple of tough games upcoming, that's for sure, with this one this week and then Denver next. It's going to be tough. There's no question about it. Eberflus, Brian Schottenheimer was on with the fellas in the morning huddle, AJ and Rob this morning. And, I will hand it to him because when you listen to him, you talk about a guy that's positive. He's positive, but yet he knows something needs to be done. We're going to hear from the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, along with QB1 Dak Prescott. He had a few exciting things to say about the Cowboys and their upcoming game against Washington and what's been going on prior. We'll do that when we continue live from Southwest Legacy High School, side of the Fire and Armor Bowl. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to SASportsStar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an audience national contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at SASportsStar.com.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
JD, do you ever ride a bike?
Beach bike, yeah, I ride the bikes.
So you got a fat tire bike?
Fat tire bike. It's brown over gold, and it's got a handy basket.
Oh, we've got JD's twin brother here.
Hey, it's DJ Ryan here. Hi, JD. No, and he'll crank it up. He'll crank it up to 14 miles an hour and ride with ferocious intent.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show, Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Prepare for a cosmic convergence like no other. SpaceCon 2025 landing in San Antonio October 24th to 26th. Meet legends from across the galaxies. Elizabeth Olsen, Brie Larson, Paul Bettany, Ian McDermott, Karen Gillan, Carrie Ann Moss, David Duchovny, and more. I've been waiting light years for this. SpaceCon 2025. The universe is ready for you. Tickets available at SpaceConSA.com.
Blue Star Tequila, the world's first and only 100% night harvested agave. And you might be saying, well, why do I care when it's harvested? It allows the agave to be harvested while it's resting and out of the brutal heat. Benefits to workers who would normally work into the heat of the day. It's just better for the flavoring. And speaking of flavoring, it's 100% additive free. No flavoring, sweetening, or coloring added, and it's unfiltered. Live your life unfiltered and do it with Blue Star Tequila. Find Blue Star Tequila at Alamo City Liquors, Costco, Specs, and Total Wine.
Smoky Mo's Texas Barbecue is the best neighborhood barbecue in San Antonio, with smoked in-house meats, home-style sides, and specials like pork belly burnt ends, and our famous fully loaded chopped baker. The Texas barbecue you love is at Smoky Mo's. Order a Smoky Mo's tailgate pack or create your own. Choose your meats like brisket, turkey, or sausage, and sides kicked up a notch like roasted green corn and bacon cheddar potatoes. Smoky Mo's, with 8 convenient locations, orders for pickup or delivery at SmokyMo'sBarbecue.com.
You know the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
911, what's your emergency?
October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month in San Antonio. 7 domestic violence calls happen every hour. The time to end domestic violence in our community is now. Step out of violence. You are not alone. Call 211 for help. Call 911 if it's an emergency.
My name is John. I could not lose the weight I needed to. The Institute for Functional Health Wellness Program was the answer. It included a great deal of testing, supplements, and weekly face-to-face doctor visits. I finally had the accountability I needed. I am now 50 pounds lighter. I no longer have pain in my elbow, back, and hips. I have more energy and just feel and look so much better.
Call for your complimentary consultation, 210-468-1891. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hola, mi esposo se lastimó en un accidente ayer. ¿Me puede ayudar?
Claro que sí. Estamos aquí para servirle.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7. Our team of Texas attorneys has been helping people injured in car, truck, or 18-wheeler wrecks for more than 25 years. And there's no fee unless we win. Y hablamos español. If you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home for Texas A&M football. Saturday afternoon at 2:30, the Aggies take on the Arkansas Razorbacks. Presented by Just Spots. Pre-game at 1:30 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The Fire and Armor Bowl. It sounds like a grudge match.
Yeah.
Out at Southwest Legacy High School.
Titan Stadium.
The Dragons taking on the Titans. Big brother versus little brother, in other words.
Why do you got to go that way?
Because it's true. I love that. How many times do you hear schools do that all the time? It was like, yeah, it's big brother, little brother. It's interesting. Who's going to win this game, Minix?
You put me on the spot like
well,
that?
Well, not really.
I mean, like Herbie always bows out with the games that he's calling, but I would probably put my money if I were not that we're gambling on.
No, of course not.
Although Dave Campbell's Texas Football Magazine does put out lines on these.
Does
games.
it really?
Yeah. Let me see where they have.
Wow.
I can tell you, Southwest is likely to win this game tonight. And if I can find it, I could tell you. I don't have my notes ready for tonight yet.
Well, I can see that. So the Southwest Legacy's been around for what, about 7 years, something like that?
Yeah.
So they're still growing. But Southwest High School, man, they've been around forever.
Southwest High School has they're undefeated this year, and when they clinch officially a playoff spot, it will be 20 straight years of going to the playoffs for the Dragons. They've won 22 straight regular season games, and
that's impressive.
They have a hell of a program, and they are favored tonight by 20.
By 20?
According to Dave Campbell's Texas Football Magazine.
I'm not touching that game. That's a lot of points.
Dude, rivalry game. At little brother's house. Come on over.
Home dog on Friday night.
Well,
said nobody ever.
You look at a 6-1 team versus a 6-0 team, because Southwest, has had their bye already. It's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out. But, the Dragons lead the series 4-3. They've won their last 3. They won the first ever game after Legacy opened in 2017. 42-0. Then Legacy won 3 straight.
Oh, wow.
And then Southwest has won the last 3 in this series.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you throw the records out the window when this game happens.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Is that what we're doing?
Should be good. And Jason will have your call tonight beginning at 7 o'clock right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Hopefully for the audience, for you, for your crew, it will be an entertaining football game.
Absolutely. It should be entertaining. I mean, you look at the stats of what some of these guys are doing, and lots of really good football being played. But it is one of those, kind of like what we're going to see on Sunday, Cowboys and Command Skins, rivalry game, throw the records out the window.
Yes.
I mean, remember, 1989, Cowboys won 1 game, but it was against Washington. That made everything okay.
That does make it okay. You beat Philly, Washington, or the New York Giants, and that usually lessens the blow of just about anything. Look, this is a game the Cowboys need to win, but so does Washington. They're coming off a heartbreaker last week, a game they should have won, but they fumbled that away, and the Bears took advantage of it. So you should have a pissed off Washington team coming in here, and then the Cowboys just need to get their act together on the defensive side. Jason, I'm telling you, and I don't know what underdog has it, but I'm taking the higher as far as total points in Sunday's game with Washington and Dallas.
Well, I mean, take the higher on underdog with everything they have against that Cowboys defense, passing yards, rushing yards,
yes.
Whatever Washington player you want, look at it and go higher. But at the same time, it's not like Washington's defense has been great.
No, they haven't.
And the Cowboys offense gets CeeDee Lamb back. And as a fan, I'm excited. I don't know if anybody's more excited to get CeeDee back than Dak Prescott.
Yeah, a lot of excitement, obviously. And then just the last 2 days of practice, he looks good. He's ready to go. I mean, obviously, I saw him last week and during the rehab, and probably could have went then, right, being careful. But he's ready to go. Looks great. It's going to be fun.
That's going to be fun, and the Cowboys should be able to put some points on the board. I think Washington will as well. That's what I'm saying. I think the total in that game is the play. If you're not so sure about a side, man, I'm taking the points, and I think it's like 50 or 51 in that game, and I still like it over.
Well, again, there is pressure on this Cowboys offense to score every time they have the ball. Dak 3 pledge.
It's my standard. It's our standard. It's what we believe that we can do, what we expect to do. So I don't think it's any added pressure through our defense's early struggles. One, we've got trust in them. We're going to do our job. That's part of being a pro, doing your job and trusting, the man next to you is going to do his. So we've got all confidence in that, and that allows us just to stay within ourselves and play our game plan. When we come off the field, if we don't score or we get to the red zone and we get a field goal over touchdown, that whole group is pissed and unsatisfied. And it's not about the whole score of the game necessarily. And, our defenses, we need to help them out and we need to score. No, it's because we expect to, and it's because we have the ability to. And so we're just going to keep holding ourselves to that standard and doing the best we can.
Well, let's hope so. I mean, they're going to have to outscore Washington, right? I mean, you're going to have to. I don't see the defense stepping up and stopping. With Jaden Daniels is dangerous and all of those things. I just think it's going to have to be one of those games that you're going to have to score, stay in the game, first of all, and have a chance in the fourth quarter.
One of the things that's interesting when you think about the defensive struggles, because it's been collectively bad all season long, right?
Yeah.
Brian Schottenheimer this morning on the Morning Huddle with Rob and AJ, brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds, said something about the defense that kind of makes you think, because every week it seems like it's a different problem on that side of the ball.
No, it does change every week. I would say the one thing that we've been the most inconsistent with, guys, is communication. And that's what's so crazy is that's one of the sounds mundane, but like that's something that should not be a problem. Like, again, because everything gets set up defensively based on how you start your call with where's the close side. So for us, it's getting our guys to understand you can't just say close left, when the tight end comes out to the defense's left. It's got to be close left, close left, close left. Like you got to be hollering, man. Like you got to get everybody, because you're talking not to, one guy. It's not like, okay, hey, Kenny Clark, close left. Like you're telling the post safety, you're telling the field corner, you're telling those guys that. So we have to be better with that. That's number one, the communication, because that's not been consistent enough all year long. And then the other issues have been they change, and it's, like I said, this week it was more of a run game fits. Our fits weren't great. We were getting knocked out of the C gap, which opened up running lanes for Rico and Carolina. And a couple weeks ago, it was us not getting aligned right in certain coverages. And another week, it was us not being set when they were snapping the ball quick. So I think that's where, as a coach, what you do is you say, okay, hey guys, look, we're going to make adjustments in our scheme. Everyone understands that. We know that. Anytime you're not doing well, if you don't change anything, you're stupid, right? You're foolish. So, but what people have to understand is we didn't take our playbook and throw it in the trash. We didn't say, okay, this one sucks. Where's the next one, right? You say, okay,
you should.
All right, what can we change 10 to 15% and make it better? Okay, is man-to-man the answer? Well, I don't know. Washington's got a ton of, talented guys that can run all over the field. Are we going to play man-to-man this week? Of course. But when we play zone, guys, we have to play it better. And that means having better width and depth and better eye discipline and all those things. And so that's the chess match that people talk about, that as a football coach can get really frustrating. But for, I guess, weirdos like me, I love that. I guess I can say on the phone. Maybe I can't.
Yeah, you're good.
But I love that stuff. I love you've already. Yeah. I love that stuff, because that is the chess match that keeps us up at night in a good way.
Well, that's good. Look, the guy talks a great game. He really does. And I'm not sure exactly what he said there completely, other than you got to change. And they will change a little.
It just pisses me off that we're this deep in the season and communication issues, right?
Yeah.
And just his example of it, saying it loud enough to where everybody can hear it. That feels like something that should have been talked about in minicamp in March, in June, even training camp. That sort of thing should not be an issue in October, right?
Totally agree.
And to hear his example of it, and I'm not going to put Pledge on the spot, just isolate that one part of it, but what it sounds like is, hey, Joe, go left, and nobody else is hearing that.
Right.
I mean, anybody, you played high school football, middle school football, to hear that example being so elementary for NFL guys this deep in the season, quite frankly, is unacceptable.
I totally agree with you. And so, we all look for somebody to blame. Is that an Eberflus problem? Is that a player problem? Is it a combination of both? I mean, but you should not. You're exactly right. Communication should be the least of your worries right now. I mean, it really should be. I just think that it's just weird, and they keep saying that, and that's the problem with it. They keep saying it. Communication issue. They've been saying that since week 3.
Well, in week one, you give them a pass. All right, you traded Micah, and all right, yeah, everything that Eberflus had planned centered around one guy. And that got blown up. Treat it like an ankle sprain and get it fixed. You get 1 week, right? I'll give you the pass for the opener. Outside of that, dude, you're the defensive coordinator of the Dallas Cowboys. You should figure this stuff out. And to hear Brian Schottenheimer this morning talking about communication issues, again, just makes my blood boil.
For us, it's getting our guys to understand you can't just say close left, when the tight end comes out to the defense's left. It's got to be close left, close left, close left. Like, you got to be hollering, man. Like, you got to.
Right, doesn't that seem like that should be done in a meeting in March, in a meeting in June? It's October 17th, and that's still the problem?
Well, he's saying that's a player problem.
That's a player problem.
That's exactly what he's saying there. That's a player problem. It's like they're not saying it enough. They're not making it loud enough. His word, you got to holler. You got to holler it. And I mean, get it out there. And they're not doing that for whatever reason. And I don't know whose responsibility that is, but somebody's got to be loud with it.
Well, and again, when you're bad, everything is magnified, right? But when you're at games, you can hear stuff. And you know, those microphones pick up all kinds of communication, right? Stadiums are loud, but if that's the problem, what are we doing, right? I mean, think about it. If the problem is communication and it's being loud enough this deep into the season, yes, that's on players, but that's also on coaching, because what's the accountability when guys are having those communications breakdowns? Get them off the field. Sit them down a little bit. I appreciate a lot of what Schottenheimer has done. Hell, Trayvon Diggs didn't get a start a game as punishment. Still played a lot, but he didn't get the start, right? But to hear that, it just seems so elementary. I'd imagine any high school coach that you talk to this deep in the season, if you were to ask them that question, no, those kind of issues are cleaned up. Now, having guys understand what all of it means, what different wrinkles, because everything changes week to week, I could see that. But just being loud enough in your communication, that just pisses me off.
Well, it is a problem, and I understand where it pisses you off. And if that, and obviously it's the case, that's what he told the guys, and he probably said the same thing on 105.3 The Fan when he talked to those guys. And you got to wonder, and whoever responsibility is that, or maybe it's all of them. I mean, it's not. You don't have to be a brain surgeon to know you got to speak up and yell. I mean, so that's a really eye-opening comment by Schotty there. It really is.
And then, of course, we've got Dak Prescott, who just has all the belief that defense is going to come around.
I practice against them. They're an NFL group. Practice against them all offseason. I know the guys as people, not just players, and how they're made up. I know they're as pissed as anybody is. I know their standard, and as a teammate, I got a lot of confidence, and they'll get it going.
As a teammate, I got to say that
he doesn't sound really confident.
Dak Prescott is playing at such a high level this year. And quite frankly, you look at Joe Burrow last year, and how many times did we say if Joe Burrow had any help defensively, he would have won MVP? Now, Dak Prescott is not going to win MVP this year. He's going to win Comeback Player of the Year. But if there was any kind of help and the pressure, and you could almost see it, that he knows if they don't score a touchdown, those 3 and outs that they have, and for whatever reason, there's a couple of those every game, right? Those 3 and outs are so frustrating because he knows that every time they punt, that's giving points to the other team, because he knows the chances of them getting a stop are not high. And this week, you add in a CD Lamb, which should help. But now you got to figure out Pickens has done his part. CD. Now you've got rich people problems on the offensive side. Schottenheimer talked about that this morning, how you get CD back into the flow offensively.
Yeah, again, I think it's one of those situations where at the end of the day, you never complain about great players coming back. It's not like, oh my gosh, we have to play with George and CD this week. Like, this is terrible. You don't think that way, man. You know, we've got the good designs, and we're excited about some of the matchups we're trying to create. But I'm going to speak about George here for a little while, just because I think he, number one, deserves it. Everyone knows how great CD is, but if you would have asked me, guys, probably week 1, week 2, hey, how much do you move George around? I would say, not a whole lot. And since CD went down. I'm just so proud of George, man, because we have moved him everywhere over the last couple weeks. And I think that's something that I've learned that George really, he loves that. Like, he loves to know he's being moved around and used and put on different routes and things like that. And, I know he played a lot of just kind of the split end and the X for Pittsburgh. But he's been so impressive with his ability for us to move him and put him in different spots. And I'm just really proud of him, man. And he's on a crazy run, man. And again, the good news is he'll get a little less attention maybe than he has over the last couple weeks with 88 trotting back out there.
Well, I'm sure he will, but I hope he continues the production. I mean, Prescott was looking for him quite a bit in those games, and he played well. So, again, it's going to be interesting. And I don't know if Dak has this or not, if he's like a lot of other NFL quarterbacks. You're trying to keep every receiver happy. You want to feed everybody. Watch Joe Flacco last night. He did not give a damn about anybody else. And I would like for more quarterbacks to be in that mindset. And look, I think Dak is to a certain extent. I don't think he gives a damn. He's going to throw to whoever is open. So I'm not picking on Prescott, but you see a lot of quarterbacks that think that, all right, if I don't throw the ball to this guy, he's going to get pissed off. If I don't throw the ball to this guy, he's going to get pissed off. I wish that would go away. And these guys are all players. It's happening in Philadelphia with A.J. Brown to some extent. And I wish that would go away. But it's like, if you're winning, then it shouldn't matter whether you're getting the football or not. You're winning. Now,
see, that's it. When you're winning, doesn't matter. When you're not winning, that's when the issues happen.
But that's what happened last night with Joe Flacco. He's just, look, Jamar Chase is better than everybody else. I'm throwing him the football. And he did, and it worked out perfectly. And so it's going to be interesting to see with CD coming back. And I think CD's grown up. I really do, where maybe he had a couple of incidents on the sideline early in his career. I don't think that's happening again. If Dak throws the ball more to George Pickens than CD Lamb, I really don't think he has a problem with it. But, but it is a problem in the NFL on some teams.
Well, when you look at Jamar Chase last night and T. Higgins, and they ran the ball actually pretty well,
very
too.
well, yes.
But when you look at Pickens has the reputation from Pittsburgh that if he's not getting targets, he's going to throw a tantrum.
Yeah.
We haven't seen that yet in Dallas, yet being the key word. Ferguson is going to work his way open. The two receivers that they have that seem to always be content with just having a job are Jalen Tolbert and Kevontae Turpin. And I don't worry about those guys being divas if they're not getting their targets. They haven't shown that. We know CD is going to get his, and one of the things, and we've talked about this early in first couple of games, Dak Prescott this year seems to be willing to throw guys open, take risks, and fit the ball into that tight window where years past, it just felt like he was always too careful to throw an interception. Now, I want him to value the football because we already know that defense is not going to get a stop. So you've got to be careful with the football, but I like his aggressive approach and being willing to trust his receiver to go up and make a play, make a catch in that tight window, and if need be, turn into a defensive back.
Well, I mean, he's got one for sure that's proven, and Pickens, I think, did a hell of a job. But CeeDee Lamb is that player. You can throw it up and trust him to come down with it. Same as Jamar Chase last night. And so, look, I just think I wish that would happen with every quarterback. I know that's kind of down a rabbit hole, and I don't really think Dak is that guy either. But that's where we're at. Just throw the ball to whoever's open, and if they complain, they complain. It's the way that it goes. That won't happen out here tonight, though. At Titan Stadium here on the campus of Southwest High School.
They're taking on Southwest.
The Dragons. Their big brother. That's right. It ought to be a good one. Jason will have the call for you at 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. When we come back, all I'm going to say is we've got a crazy story, and it comes from Florida.
Huh.
Imagine that. A crappy story. Yeah, extremely.
From a
very ugly human being. In more ways than one. We're talking about it here on the Blitz. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Riding 410 with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6. KTFM Floresville. And everywhere at sasportstar.com.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/sports. QUO.com/sports.
How about them Cowboys? We rise as one in Texas, sporting handed-down silver and blue jerseys. We come together for America's team every time they take the field. So let's share a round of Jim Beam and lemonade on game day together because people are good for you, especially for us in Cowboys country. Presented by Jim Beam, bringing fans together across Cowboys country. 40% alcohol by volume. Copyright 2024, James B. Beam Distilling Company, Claremont, Kentucky. Drink smart.
Are you facing an unexpected financial emergency? You need WeFixMoney.com. WeFixMoney.com helps you get up to $5,000 fast. WeFixMoney.com is free to use, available 24/7, and has an A rating with the Better Business Bureau. Go to the name you trust, WeFixMoney.com. If you need emergency cash, up to $5,000 for bills or anything else, type WeFixMoney.com directly in your browser. That's WeFixMoney.com.
We love high school football and a team you can always count on. Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC. Quartermoon is here to tackle the toughest challenges, from plumbing mishaps to AC troubles, with the same dedication and passion that drives a winning touchdown. Our playbook is simple: fair prices, expert service, and a commitment to local families. Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, your winning solution for a comfortable home. Proudly serving our community with local hospitality. From the pit house to the outhouse to the schoolhouse, call Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC.
License number TACLA 141074E and 16004.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy place, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Here's the tale of the daily med fill. Same old pharmacy, same old bill, but those prices kept rising higher still.
Till the savings wrangler rode in, cool as can be. Tap Good RX, saving massively.
No plan? Don't matter none. Up to 80% off. Deals are done.
Discounts hitting harder than Ma's chili. Dang. That one little app does all the rest.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Check Good RX. Good RX is not
This Sunday, I'll be out to Twin Peaks Park North as the Cowboys get set to take on Washington. Hey, it's James Fudger with San Antonio Sports Star, and we got your chance to register to win an Epic Cowboys jersey just for catching game days at Twin Peaks. Plus, we've also got your chance to win tickets to go see All Time Low at the Boeing Center at Techport. So come hang out with us in the lovely lays of Twin Peaks this Sunday starting at noon. Grab a seat in a 29-degree beer and win some prizes just before the Cowboys kick off. That's this Sunday starting at noon at Twin Peaks Park North.
When you bundle renters and auto with Progressive, you can save while protecting your most valuable possessions, like your really expensive limited edition sneakers and your new suit for your cousin's wedding. Except you never actually bought the suit because you can't stop buying sneakers. So you show up to the wedding looking like you're going grocery shopping. But hey, at least your sneakers will look good in the pictures, until you're cropped out of every last one of them. So go ahead and get Progressive, so you can save while protecting the things that matter to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Strange story coming out of Dallas. Cornerback Trayvon Diggs is not going to play this Sunday against the Washington Commanders. He had an accident last night at his home, and he has a concussion. Good news for the Cowboys, though, that Washington will not have their star wide receiver, Terry McLaurin. He has been ruled out of this ball game. CeeDee Lamb, though, is returning for Sunday's game after missing the last three with a high ankle sprain.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
And we are live at Titan Stadium on the campus of Southwest Legacy High School. The Fire and Armor Bowl tonight. Southwest taking on Southwest Legacy. It ought to be a good one out here tonight. You can hear the call right here on 94.1. Jason Minix will have that for you. I'm Joe Reinagel, and we're just happy everybody's joining us on this Friday afternoon. Another beautiful Friday afternoon.
Well,
Minix.
it is. The fact that we're mid-October and it's still gorgeous like this. And our first time out here at Titan Stadium. And, we were talking about this earlier. What is going on out here in this part of town? You're driving out here, the construction, and we're up in this press box and just seeing things getting built. There's a part of the world that what's going on down here?
I don't know, but I tell you what, it's my first time out here at Legacy High School, and they've got some good stuff out here.
It's gorgeous.
Hey, tennis courts all over the place straight ahead of us. They got a nice baseball field over here to my left, and man, it's a very nice campus.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah,
it's gorgeous. They've done in this nice big old press box.
Absolutely, it is a big press box. That's for sure. I had to climb the stairs, though. Who do I complain to about that?
His name is Pete. You can call a guy named Pete. Coach Wagner.
Is that who it is?
Well, I mean, look, you're an old man.
Well, he's looking at me going, you could probably use the steps.
Well, that's it. You saw a couple of 40-year-olds playing football last night. You saw a 40-year-old pitcher getting it done last night. And, look, if you're not smart enough to find somebody with the key to the elevator, you deserve to take the stairs, my friend.
I did it on my own. Come on. I need the work. No. I need the help. No, it's all good. It's all good. It is a great place, though, and should be a good football game tonight. Again, you can listen to right here on 94.1.
Right now, let's do the Headline Blitz.
This is Jason and Joe's Headline Blitz. 2 guys, 2 opinions, never enough time.
There's always strange stories that come out of Florida.
Yeah, well, there are.
I mean, you hear strange stories, and you automatically just know it's going to come from Florida. The headline says, Florida man arrested for hanging on traffic light and pooping on cars passing underneath.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, first of all, I don't know.
There's some skill there.
Perhaps.
Some climbing skill, some aiming skill.
Or he had Mexican food the night before. I don't know. One of the two. And the guy just said he had to go. Did you see the mugshot of this dude?
Well, yeah.
He's not an attractive fella.
Are you surprised?
Well, no, not really.
I mean, honestly.
No.
I mean, honestly.
Who decides what to climb up and do that? I mean, do you think he's a bird?
He looks like he was on something.
Yeah, well, I'm sure he was.
That allowed him to use his spidey skills.
Uh-huh.
But I'm thinking, all right, if you're driving down the road and you see a guy hanging off the light, and I'm going to guess pantless because, he was able to poop on plenty of cars that were going underneath. But imagine the cop that gets that call that has to arrive at that scene.
Well, I mean, that'd be pretty bad. But I'm thinking if that happened and fell on your windshield, you'd kind of be like, what the hell? I mean,
what bird was that?
Now,
you're putting too much thought into this.
I am, because I'm thinking this guy, how long did he go? Because, I mean, that's a limited activity.
You would think.
I mean, for most people.
Unless he's got some incredible skill. Yeah. Or do you call the cops, just call the fire department and hose them off?
How do you get them
down?
You got to go hose your car off, too, first. Exactly. That's just a weird story, and it can only happen in the state of Florida. All weird stuff happens in Florida.
It does.
Does it not?
Although it is kind of weird what's happening in Lubbock in the Big 12.
Well, did they throw tortillas on the field here at Legacy High School?
I don't know. Do they?
No tortillas, huh? Okay.
No. How's the Frito pie here? Is it good? All right. Pete Wagner, the athletic director, is here. I do my Frito pie rankings. We'll see how Titan Stadium does.
Gorditas.
Oh,
how about that?
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
You may be
we got to get the Frito pie, but then we'll get other food. I mean, is the food here like it is over at Dragon Stadium? About 12 different vendors. So I see one big old barbecue smoker over there, although it's not rolling smoke yet. So
not yet.
That's a little concerning.
All right.
It's a little concerning. In Lubbock, remember when they did that horns down was going to be a penalty, which is just stupid.
Yeah, it is.
Now the Big 12 says that Texas Tech, they can't throw tortillas anymore.
I don't get it. They're going to warn you the first time. Now, so if you throw a tortilla, they're going to say, don't do that. But the second time, it's a 15-yard penalty and a $100,000 fine.
Yeah, Kirby Holcutt, the athletic director, not happy.
Beginning this week, here is the policy. The first time a tortilla is thrown on the field, there's a PA announcement that's required as a warning. The second time a tortilla is thrown on the field, and they changed it. It's not the field, it's the playing enclosure. So even if it hits the sideline, if it hits behind the end zone, if it's in the playing enclosure, that second strike, it's a 15-yard penalty and a $100,000 fine.
Dude, they're going to have to pat people down.
Well,
I don't understand what the problem is with that. I mean, has it been a big problem where they got to stop the game and clean up the field?
I mean, they throw tortillas.
I know.
Nobody gets hurt.
That's better than green toys.
Yeah, well... Now, this week, I believe they're on the road at Tempe at Arizona State. But if I'm a visitor, let's say Texas Tech is playing TCU. If I'm a Horned Frog fan, I'm throwing tortillas because that's going to cost Texas Tech 15 yards.
Well, that's it. And, Pledge is asking a good question on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. Did drunk students really give a damn about the university having to pay $100,000?
No. But as Kirby said, it's not just the students; it's the people in the. Everybody throws tortillas.
Yeah.
I mean, when Texas Tech is played in the Alamo Bowl. In fact, I remember getting hit by a tortilla at the Valero Alamo Bowl the week that they had fired Mike Leach. Remember all that had happened, and the message on it was somebody took a Sharpie and hand wrote something that I wish I could remember exactly what it said, but they weren't happy that Mike Leach wasn't the head coach.
I just don't get that. I mean, come on, they're just having some fun. I mean, I really don't. I really don't understand. It's tortillas. I don't get it. It makes no sense. Now, I don't know if there's a Texas Tech. Do you know the reason why they throw tortillas?
No.
Well, I don't either. So if somebody knows that's went to Tech or has a kid at Tech or whatever, and you know the answer to that, please let us know. You can do that on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page or call us 656-3776, 656-ESPN.
And did something recently happen? Was there a tortilla injury?
Was there a concussion due to tortilla?
I mean, I something. I don't know.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, look, refs have a difficult enough time. Hockey in full swing now. The hockey season underway.
I've heard that.
And Joe, I know you don't watch hockey, but just know that their refs are. Like every other sport, people aren't happy with them. But last night we had a ref screw up in the Devils game that this is comical.
After review of the call on the ice stands, we have a goal. Oh, sorry.
Oh, hang on.
Excuse me. After review, there is no goal.
What?
Florida will be charged a bench minor penalty for delay of game.
Wow.
And that says it all, folks, right there from Paul Maurice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. We reviewed. It's go. No, wait. What did I just say?
Wait. Hold on.
Hang on.
Hold on.
Hold
wow.
on.
That's too bad. That's unfortunate, but they're human, and then you got to deal with the human element of that. Fans were going nuts, and then
the human element, they reviewed it, and then he didn't even
it's just a slip of the tongue.
It's a communication issue.
He might have been looking at some shiny girl up in the stands that caught his attention, distracted him.
I mean, look, he's listening to Eberflus. It's communication issues. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Unbelievable.
I know nobody was watching that game listening to this show because most people were watching Joe Flacco just light up Pittsburgh's defense for the Cincinnati Bengals. I most enjoyed that, except for Cleveland fans and one Cleveland radio host in particular.
How could you do that, Andrew? How could you do it? Why on earth did you feel the need to trade this guy to a division opponent for a 5th-round draft pick? Fireable offense. I want to know how much longer the owner's going to watch this crap, because the fans have had it. We deserve better. You have the worst offense in the league. Your GM screwed this quarterback thing up like I've never seen in my life. I've never seen anything like it. Kids that play Madden could have done a better job. Truly. That's not hyperbole. It's a joke. It's a joke. This franchise has become a joke.
Well, I mean, he's right about that. The Cleveland Browns are a joke. They've been a joke for some time. But you think I'd rant and get up? This dude was losing his mind.
Well, again, Joe Flacco got benched because of poor play. And then when you see Joe Flacco doing what he did last week after a couple of days in Cincinnati, and then last night after more than a week, you got to go, was it the quarterback or is it the organization?
There's that.
And if you're Cleveland, it's the organization. This is going to get a coach fired. This could get a GM fired because that guy wasn't good enough to play with you. And then you see what he's doing with somebody else inside of a week. Maybe it wasn't the quarterback.
Well, they've got this quarterback merry-go-round that they have every year. And I got to believe Cleveland's going to have a high draft pick again this year, and they'll probably take another quarterback. I mean, because Dylan Gabriel, I'm not sure he's the answer. They really don't like Shedeur Sanders for whatever reason. And so what are you going to do? You got to go out and get another quarterback.
Yeah, but they'll get a win tomorrow or Sunday against Miami. Apparently, it's going to be windy and cold.
It's going to be windy and cold in Cleveland?
Yeah.
Well, Miami's screwed then.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Can you imagine being a sports talk radio guy in Cleveland? First of all, no, because I wouldn't want to live in Cleveland. But second of all, and having to deal with that football team.
I don't know.
It is unreal.
We asked about the tortilla situation in Lubbock. Kip is on the phone to give us some tortilla history at Texas Tech. What's up, Kip? You're on the Blitz. That's a great dial tone.
Hey, Kip, are you there or did you go away? Maybe they threatened to fine Kip if he told us the reason. Wow.
Kip had shrinkage.
Shrinkage, yeah. He sure did.
Yeah. Oh, they're coming to me. I got to hang up. I'm scared.
I really want to know, though. So, I mean, if you let us know, at Jason Minix on Twitter, I'm at Joe Reinagel, or go to our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page and let us know there, because I'm really curious. I'm curious.
Yep.
I got to know. I have to. Guess what Minix got in the mail last night or yesterday? I'm assuming that's yesterday.
Yeah.
If you're watching on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, he's holding it up right now. It's another flyer from your San Antonio Spurs. And, we'll go over it. It's pretty damn good. I like it. Plus, the Spurs have their final preseason rehearsal tonight. We're talking about it when we continue here on the Blitz. From Legacy High School, side of the Fire and Armor Bowl. We'll continue here on the Blitz on 94.1.
When you need an electrician, you know Hill Electric is available for both residential and commercial needs. I've used Hill Electric for a variety of projects at my home through the years. They put up motion lights outside by one of the grills, extra outlets in the garage. They've moved a light. They fixed a light. Whatever the project is for you, Hill Electric has the right service at the right price. Never a service charge, always free estimates. So it costs you absolutely nothing to figure out what it will take to get a project done. Call Hill Electric, 210-404-9074, 404-9074, or hill-electric.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Blue Star Tequila, the world's first and only 100% night harvested agave. And you might be saying, well, why do I care when it's harvested? It allows the agave to be harvested while it's resting and out of the brutal heat. Benefits to workers who would normally work into the heat of the day. It's just better for the flavoring. And speaking of flavoring, it's 100% additive free. No flavoring, sweetening, or coloring added, and it's unfiltered. Live your life unfiltered and do it with Blue Star Tequila. Find Blue Star Tequila at Alamo City Liquors, Costco, Specs, and Total Wine.
Coach Saban here. On the field or on your walls, coverage matters. That's why I go with Behr Marquee Interior Paint and Primer from the Home Depot.
Exceptional hide, advanced stain blocking, and over 1,000 colors to choose from. Behr Marquee delivers one-coat coverage that stands up to real life. One-coat coverage, no overtime. Behr Marquee, only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Valid only when tinted to colors from the Behr Marquee Interior One-Coat Hide Collection.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and top users make $200 to $300 per month.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code STEER25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code STEER25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code STEER25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Sports fans, listen up. 1 in 8 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer, and bladder leaks can be a side effect. That's why Depend is teaming up with the Prostate Cancer Foundation to encourage screening. Because health is a long game, and it's yours to win. Now, here's the cool part. Through November, Depend is contributing up to $300,000 to prostate cancer research by donating 25 cents for every purchase of Depend shields, guards, and Real Fit products. Void in Mississippi. Learn more at Depend.com.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hola, mi esposo se lastimó en un accidente ayer. ¿Me puede ayudar?
Claro que sí. Estamos aquí para servirle.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7. Our team of Texas attorneys has been helping people injured in car, truck, or 18-wheeler wrecks for more than 25 years. And there's no fee unless we win. Y hablamos español. If you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Dallas Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer goes one-on-one and has some fun with the morning huddles. AJ and Rob, Friday mornings.
All right, here's the part of the interview where we've got to be jerks and ask you about the defense.
Yep.
Can
we get that out of the way early next week? After we talk about Travis Kelce's.
We talk about the important stuff first. We like to lube you up and put you in a good mood.
Brian Schottenheimer's unfiltered look at the Cowboys' upcoming game. Friday mornings, presented by AA Best Bail Bonds on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. Listen to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star on your Amazon or Google smart speaker and just say, Alexa, play 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, Alexa, put it on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Mm-hmm. The Blitz is on. Thank you all for joining us here. As we're live from Legacy High School on the campus of Southwest Legacy. Big game tonight, Fire and Armor Bowl. Southwest taking on Southwest Legacy. Big brother against little brother. Jason Minix has your call at 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star beginning at 7 o'clock tonight. Ought to be a good one, Minix, huh?
It really should be a good game. Southwest undefeated. Legacy, a one-loss team. neighborhood rivalry, big brother, little brother. All of it's there.
They're expecting a lot of folks out there. They put in some extra bleachers over there in the corner of the stadium. So they're expecting a big crowd out here at Legacy High School tonight, which is a really nice campus. Not bad at all.
It really is. And you kind of roll with it. Lots going on tonight. Obviously a big night of high school football. Also the Spurs final preseason game.
It is.
The Spurs have a chance to go undefeated in preseason action. And I know that really doesn't mean anything, but I do think for this young team learning how to win, we heard that a lot over the last 3 years, whether it was Pop or even Mitch Johnson. You have to learn how to win. And they've had some decently competitive preseason games that they've had to win. And so I like that. If they win or lose tonight, it doesn't really matter. But for Mitch Johnson, is he getting what he wants from his guys? And it certainly seems like they're responding, but just learning how to win is a part of that process.
Without a doubt. And I guess that's what you could say it means. I'd rather see them go up and win and have a great win against the Dallas Mavericks on October 22nd. But I understand your point, and I get it. But the regular season begins. That's when I want to see. And I won't judge the Spurs unless they just get off to a horrific start or a great start until, I don't know, end of November.
Well, it's hard to say. I mean, again, expectations are postseason. So if they start 1-9, I think after 10 games, we're going to be going, what the hell's going on?
Mm-hmm.
I don't expect that, but we've got to learn this team, and you still have to get everybody healthy. I mean, it doesn't appear that De'Aaron Fox is going to be ready to go for the opener. So how many regular season games does he miss? And then when he does come back, how long until he and Wemby develop that kind of chemistry? By all accounts, they spent one of the reasons De'Aaron Fox got shut down early last year for that surgery is so they could work together in the summer.
Yeah.
And by all accounts, they've done a lot of that. So hopefully it won't take long for them to develop any kind of chemistry.
I don't think it'll take long. And I think De'Aaron Fox will be a big reason for that because, he's a veteran player and he's going to make sure Wemby's involved. He knows who the star of the show is, and it's Victor Wembanyama. He's going to make sure that happens. I think they're going to come along pretty quickly. I really do. But again, if it doesn't, I really don't. I'm not going to judge this team harshly or otherwise until they've played a couple of months. About 20 games in, then you start to see where we're going with this and how things are panning out.
Well, it's about 25% of this season.
About that, right,
so,
yeah.
That's fair. Now, while the regular season does get underway next week, early voting gets underway on Monday. The Spurs are going to have a Spurs Vote rally tipping off the Bexar County early voting on Monday. It's an event happening 6 to 8 on Monday night at Legacy Park down on West Houston Street. Sean Elliott's going to be there along with a bunch of other big wigs and the Coyote. And I was saying for the longest, I wasn't getting any mail. Now, my mailbox is full of different mailers, and the different yet consistent messaging. The one that I got in the mailbox yesterday, and if you're watching on YouTube, I'll put it up there for a moment. It says, "Meet the new landlords of San Antonio's proposed downtown arena."
I think that's genius.
Spurs pay $500 million towards construction. You pay $0. Tourists pay the rest through a small increase in hotel taxes. You pay $0. Spurs pay the city rent. We, the taxpayers, own the arena for generations to come. San Antonio Spurs taking care of home. I like that.
I do too, and when the picture of the new landlord is a kid.
It's a kid.
Yeah, which is kind of cool.
Generations to come.
Exactly right. So it even says in there something that I have not seen. Maybe I just missed it. That they guarantee they're going to stay in San Antonio for at least the next 30 years.
Yeah, that's part of the lease agreement is they're not going to move. And everything else in here is stuff that we've heard. A combined total commitment of over $2.1 billion, $500 for the arena, $500 million, $1.4 in downtown development, along with $75 million in community initiatives, and our promise to cover 100% of arena cost overruns. So, I think about conversations we've had here on the Blitz with, say, Judge Peter Sakai, getting that number to $75 million. You hear the mayor talking about community benefits. Peter Sakai was able to do that. I believe that 75 number is a lot more than what was originally discussed, but the Spurs continue to pony up. The idea, though, that UTSA polling the other day that had more people against than for, although 14% undecided, is a little alarming.
It is a little alarming, but then again, it's polls, and it's a small number of people. I don't know where they were polling these people, and who they were doing it. But, yeah, I mean, you'd rather it be the other way around for sure. But look, again, I think it's just all about the vote. You look on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, and that's what that's what everybody's saying. You just got to get out and vote. You can't sit this one out, which we do. I think a lot of people sat out the mayoral race.
Yep.
And that's why we ended up with the mayor that we currently have now, because it was a very, very small turnout. And typically city elections like that are a small turnout. So we have to get out and vote, and that's going to be the key to it. If you're for this thing, get out and vote and have your voice heard. If people do that, Jason, I think it's got a good chance of passing.
Well, and again, I do think getting out to vote is there. The opposition, and again, typically speaking, opposition is able to rally and motivate, and they're the ones going to the polls.
Mm-hmm.
And some of what I hear from the opposition just doesn't make sense. And again, that's where it's just mind-boggling. And others that think, this isn't the best deal, although I'm trying to figure out what a better deal could be.
I can't imagine.
Because the amount of money that the Spurs are putting in and committing to, just look at what Oklahoma City is not putting in. The Thunder putting in $50 million. The Spurs are towards their arena. The Spurs are putting $500 million, and they've got a sales tax in Oklahoma City that is affecting everybody, and it passed by 71%. Which, again, I read what former Mayor Henry Cisneros wrote in the Express News today, and quite frankly, his op-ed sounded like everything he talked about with us when he was on the Blitz a little more than a week ago.
Absolutely. And I have, all truth be told, I have not read that article yet. I do want to read it. But when he was on with us, I mean, he was just telling the truth. I mean, it doesn't get much better than this. If you want a professional sports franchise in your city, with the Spurs ponying up $2 billion, for goodness sake, I mean, that's unheard of in this day and age. It is. And so if you want a pro sports franchise in your city, again, there's not a better deal. And the opposition, I hear they were paying for billionaires playgrounds or playground or whatever the hell they're talking about. And I've even had people tweet me that talking about we should use the money for this or that. And again, get that home and get that out of your head, because you can't use it for the homeless or infrastructure. It has to be used for this type of project. And so all of those things just have to be driven home. And I think the Spurs are doing a good job with flyers like this. I've seen their television commercials that I think are very good. And now it's just up to folks getting out and voting for this. If you want it, you got to get out and vote for it.
And remember, don't wear Spurs gear or rodeo gear to the polls, or they're going to tell you can't vote.
Are they going to be like sticklers if I wear boots to go vote? Is that considered rodeo gear?
No. But you're not going to wear boots.
Well, I mean, I've got a pair of boots.
You're not going to
that I wear occasionally.
You're not. This wouldn't be the occasion.
How about tennis shoes?
Just go with your Hey Dudes, and you're going to be fine, sir.
Yeah, or flip flops or something. Just Go vote. That's what you need to do. And I think if we do that, then we're going to get this taken care of. Andrew Monaco normally joins us at 3:35. They're running a little bit late, so we'll hear from Andrew once they land in Arkansas and he gets settled in the hotel. So that's why you're not going to hear from Andrew coming up at 3:30. In the meantime, we'll talk a little college football, though. Why not? Because it is a big weekend of college football as we get ready for a Friday night of high school football, because that's what Friday nights are all about. We're out here at Southwest Legacy High School, Titan Stadium. They'll take on Big Brother Southwest coming up here tonight, and you can listen to it at 7 o'clock right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, football season is in full swing. Underdog is the best place to get in on all the action, make your picks, win money, and of course you can do that right here in Texas. I was trying to win some money last night. Joe Flacco in his rushing yards kept my entry from turning green. It happens. Now, I know this weekend I'll look at Jaden Daniels, his passing total, his rushing total, anybody on Washington going against that Dallas defense, and I'll probably take higher because that's how you build your pick-em entry. You look at player stats and you go higher or lower on stuff like rushing yards, passing yards, receptions, touchdowns, that sort of thing. Get your picks right. You could win up to 5,000 times your cash. So download the Underdog app. Sign up with promo code STAR to score $100 in bonus funds or bonus entries when you play your first $5. Promo code STAR at Underdog. Make picks, win money.
Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Dallas Cowboys fans, come on down!
It's AJ and Rob from the Morning Huddle, and you could be the next contestant on
The Stat Is Right.
Every week leading up to the week of the Cowboys home game, AJ and Rob toss out a Cowboys player and a stat from the upcoming home game. Passing yards, rushing yards, number of times Dak adjusts his wristband mid-play, or perhaps CeeDee Lamb mouthguard chews per quarter. Whatever. All you have to do is predict that stat, get the closest, and bam! You're headed to Jerry World with a pair of tickets to the next Cowboys home game. Think of it like The Price is Right, but instead of winning a blender, you get to scream, "How about them Cowboys?" inside AT&T Stadium. So study up, Cowboy Nation, and listen to the Morning Huddle to play. The Stat Is Right, only on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
On my bachelor party night, we went to the strip club. The nanny that we hired, she was there stripping.
Oh, Lord. Was she dancing on the pole?
Damn right. Isn't that crazy?
Ooh.
That was exciting. I was like, I'll be damned. I mean, did y'all plan this for me? I mean, golly. That's a lot of logistics to put together.
The John Clay Wolf Show, every Saturday morning. Check out the YouTube channel, complete with live video stream at jcwshow.com.
When it comes to results, the numbers speak for themselves. Thomas J. Henry secured over $1 billion for clients in the past 4 years and successfully represented thousands of injured Texans. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. San Antonio, Texas.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-292-4541 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. What do you have to lose? Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541.
This college football season, the Crunch Time Hero of the Week is brought to you by PorkRinds.com, the nation's premier hub for pork rind lovers everywhere. Each week, a college player will post on Instagram, and each share over a 2-week period equals a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, which helps families who are dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Giving back with the perfect snack to celebrate those big Crunch Time plays. Find your rind at PorkRinds.com or find Southern Recipe Pork Rinds at HEB.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy place, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Ready to kick off the fun? Chumba Casino is your go-to game plan during halftime or overtime. From spinning slots to instant scratch-style cards, it's like running the perfect play, all from home. New players score a free welcome bonus and daily logins with a shot at some serious prizes every time you play. Get in the game and visit ChumbaCasino.com today. Let's Chumba. Sponsored by VGW Group. No purchase necessary. See terms at ChumbaCasino.com. Must be over 21 and present in a state where it's legal to play.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home for Texas A&M football. Saturday afternoon at 2:30, the Aggies take on the Arkansas Razorbacks, presented by Just Spots. Pre-game at 1:30 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
What?
I'm wondering what the hell this is.
Oh, come on.
What is it? You know this song? All right. No, I have no clue. Do you? It was just kind of a weird beginning with the
Was it?
What do you call that?
Don't do that.
A Zumba.
A Zumba.
What do you call that?
Vuvuzela?
I don't know what you call that whistle thing.
A whistle.
Well, it's a
What? What?
I'm trying to think of the name of that damn thing.
A
kazoo.
A kazoo.
A kazoo.
A kazoo. You couldn't sound older or whiter. Come on.
All right.
Good Lord.
Well, dude, again, I mean,
you got to fight. This isn't that song. You're right.
No, that song I know.
Do you know Brass Monkey?
Yes.
You know Paul Revere?
Yes.
And you don't know this one?
I don't know that one. No.
Good Lord.
No.
You had 5 daughters.
I did. Well, what the hell am I listening? They didn't know what music to listen to. You think I think they had good taste in music? Please.
Come on.
My daughters.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, sometimes, your daughters, you're proud of them, you love them, but sometimes they're knuckleheads. I mean, let's face it.
That's all kids, right?
I guess so.
That's all kids.
Yes.
Your parents said that more than once.
I certainly, yes, they did. And I said that about myself in, most of my adult life, for goodness sake.
Most of?
Yes, most of it.
Most of.
I've been a knucklehead, especially in my 20s and 30s for sure.
You're still a knucklehead.
Well, yada and blah, 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 blah. Never going to change. That's for sure. We're live at Legacy High School. Big game here tonight. Fire and Armor Bowl. Southwest taking on Southwest Legacy. You can hear it right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I love the fact that we're getting all these fake Mayor Gina Jones. I got a tweet today from an account that is a fake Mayor Gina Ortiz Jones. And I just think it's funny. We've got one on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page as well, and I guess it's the thing to do. I don't know, but it's interesting, and I'm sure we'll have to deal with that up until November 4th. I like this one though on our YouTube page because he says that the election's been rescheduled to November.
Yeah,
that's not a reschedule. The election is in November, by the way, Mayor. Whoever you are.
Well, early voting starts October 20th.
Correct.
And it's Fred Villarreal on our YouTube page said, I just read the current that our mayor has a 25% approval. The difference there is her disapproval was like 26, and like 49% don't give a damn. They're neutral, which, quite frankly, I don't know if she's done a good job or a bad job. To be honest, I don't know what she's done. I know she didn't accomplish her first 100-day goals. And I know when it comes to Proposition A and B, I'm against what she appears to be for, even though she won't say exactly what she appears to be for. But outside of that, all the other stuff, I honestly don't know if she's doing a good job or a bad job. It seems like she's having trouble getting staff and keeping staff. And I'm trying not to just judge everything about what she has done to this point on Propositions A and B, and her, again, she won't seemingly pick a side, but she associates with those like at Cops Metro who are very much against this.
I think it's pretty obvious what side she's on when it comes to this.
But she won't say it.
Well, no, she's not going to say it. But I think by her actions, it's pretty obvious. And look, that's fine. That's fine. But I'm kind of with you, and I know she's lost a lot of votes in city council. Yeah, she's been outvoted. So I'm kind of with you. I'm not really sure what she's done for the city of San Antonio as the mayor. But again, we don't get into all of that. What we're into is because it affects the sports of this city when it comes to the San Antonio Spurs. So that's why we're involved as much as we are.
Now, real quick, because I just got a text from Don Harris from News 4.
Yeah.
On our last segment, about our segment about Prop A and B. Mm-hmm. And there is a comment on YouTube that says, "What's up with the News 4 town hall where no one who opposes showed up?" Now, the other night, I think it was Wednesday night, I get home around 6:30ish. Right. And I knew that they were having this town hall on, so I put it on, and there was nobody from the opposition there. There was one guy who was, I guess, kind of maybe sort of, I'm not sure what the hell he was doing, or he didn't say much when the parts that I heard. But David Chancellor and Don Harris both read a text message from Father Jimmy, who's with Cops Metro, on their opposition. And I give them a lot of credit for at least reading that text. Sure. Because for whatever reason, Father Jimmy couldn't be there. And I don't know. I know on our sister station, KTSA, they did something, and, getting stuff scheduled when you want to do it. And you would think people would make time.
Sure.
But they also know they're going into the hornet's nest. And so,
sure.
So I give them credit for reading the text, but even reading the text with what they read from Father Jim, none of it makes sense. It doesn't make sense.
It makes no sense. That's the problem with this thing, with the way it's been laid out, with what the Spurs say they're going to do for this project, and the amount of money they're going to put into this thing, and the fact that it's not going to cost San Antonio residents anything unless you go and rent a hotel room. Then it will. But that's your choice. So I don't understand anybody objecting to this. I just don't, unless you're just one of those folks who just objects to anything when it comes to any kind of because, look, it is an additional tax, but it's not a tax to San Antonio residents. So if that's what you're opposed to, then I guess that's the only thing that I can think of.
Well, by law, and it's written on there, this is a tax increase.
Sure.
It's pennies on the dollar if you rent a hotel room. And that's the part that just gets me. Like, I am blown away, and I've said this, the amount of money that the Spurs are committing to this project, because most sports franchises don't put in that kind of cash.
No.
They want cities to build it, and the fact that they're going to pay rent. All of that seems there. I know the mayor will say she wants to share in revenue streams. I don't know where she gets that. It just seems so silly, right? There are things you can ask for, and when you're negotiating, ask for everything. But there are realistic things you can ask for, and you probably
the Spurs have to make some money somewhere, right?
Well, that's it.
I mean,
like, you want to share revenue stream, and I'm going to pay rent. There's politicians involved. There's sports teams involved. There's lots of reasons that we all have to not trust everything that we're being told. But the other part of this that I heard Bobby Perez say on the News 4 deal the other night is when you're looking at the East Side development, the promises that were made, and we've talked about this with Judge Peter Sakai on the Blitz. They were promises, or there was lip service, and none of that happened. And that is true.
Yep, it is.
This time, with what the rodeo wants to do and what the Spurs are committing to doing, it's in a contract. So there is obligation, not just, yeah, we'll do that, wink, wink. We'll blame Cones later. That I mean, when there's contracts, and the fact that if hotel tourism for whatever reason is down and they're not generating, that money comes back to the Spurs. I mean, that's the thing, is it's up to $311 million on this Prop A, Prop B vote, or 25%, whichever is less. So it is. I don't know. I mean, just all of this seems so no-brainer to me that I am surprised by the opposition and the arguments that I hear that are opposed. Now, if there's other things down the road that could throw a monkey wrench in everything that I'm unaware of, and I know Mayor Jones seems to be floating some of that stuff out there with the infrastructure and whatnot, well, that stuff's going to get done anyway, right?
Of course.
It just goes from there.
Well, you would think if you're the mayor of a city, you would be for progress. I would think, and this is clearly progress. It's going to upgrade our downtown area for sure. Look, I don't understand the opposition to it. I'm for this thing 100%, and I with everything that has been laid out, it is just very difficult for me to find any flaw in what the Spurs are planning to do here, or why there's any opposition. I would think this thing would pass 80-20. I don't get it. I really don't. But people feel the way they feel, and that's fine. And if you've got an argument on it, then address your argument.
Yeah.
But don't make stuff up. That's the only problem I have with the opposition to this, because there has been some people, and you've gotten texts, I've gotten texts, people saying things that are just not true
from the political action committees. And the other part, and I think it's I don't know. I don't know any other businesses that are committing to that kind of development and moving their headquarters to San Antonio.
Exactly.
And a lot of times when businesses move to a city, they get all kinds of concessions and tax breaks and different things to bring those jobs to a community. That's how big business works. Way above my pay grade.
Yep.
But when you look at the Spurs, and granted, they are a business. Are they going to make money on this? Absolutely. They are looking at what their ROI is, return on investment. They know they are investing in downtown San Antonio, and that ultimately will help them make money. I just look at, you got a guy like Wemby, the Wemby Center, you want to make sure he's happy and stays and brings championships back. That's what you have to do, right? But they are willing to invest money. Of course, they want to make money. They are a business, but it's not like they're saying, hey, do all of this for us. You guys spend all the money and we're just going to reap all the rewards. I mean, it's right here on my mailer, over $2.1 billion.
That's incredible. And look, even further than that, take the Spurs out of it. When I talk to business people and they're saying this is a good deal for San Antonio, they're going to invest in projects downtown. And when they say it's a good deal, I have to trust them. I'm not in business like they are. And they want to make money, and they believe this is going to help them make money. And if they make money, guess what? The city of San Antonio is going to make money. And so it all goes hand in hand, and that's why I don't understand the pushback by some folks on this thing. And so, look, if you've got an argument against it, then say that and put it out there. Just don't make up things that aren't true. And that's the only thing. And that's what I'm afraid a lot of people are buying into, that there are some false statements out there that are just blatantly false, and people might, if that's the case, then I'm not going to vote for that, and that's unfortunate.
And again, I do believe you see any kind of tax increase, you're mad about it. whether you're paying it or not, it's a tax increase. The one part about it, then you look at District 1, which is Dr. Kaur, because she's downtown, so that's her district. That's the biggest revenue generating area. And the way I understand it, this hotel occupancy taxes, the hotels get together and they agree to basically self-impose a tax to help their community, knowing that that's going to get passed along to those that are staying there. And look, anybody that travels a lot, and I do, you do, Joe.
Yep.
You get your room and then you get your taxes and you have no idea what you're paying for, but it's the way every community in this country gets stuff done, is taxing on tourists. It doesn't keep us from traveling, but I do travel a lot. I go to a lot of concerts and a lot of events, and I'm in cities where I go, man, I wish we had something like this in San Antonio. And this is that. And I think about the concerts that we're going to get, whether it's at the new Wemby Center or at the current Frost Bank Center. It's going to be another venue that is going to be available for cities to come.
Absolutely.
I just concert announcement this week, Dropkick Murphys. They're going on tour, 3 Texas cities. You want to know what 3 they are?
Yeah.
It ain't San Antonio.
No.
It's Dallas, Austin, and Houston.
Yeah, and again, that will certainly help us. And look, the folks at the rodeo, they can't wait for the Spurs to leave. They've got plans for that property, for the Frost Bank Center, for the Freeman Coliseum, for all of that, that they can't wait to implement. Because guess what, folks? The rodeo wants to make money too.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's all about, is it not? They think it's a good deal. And so everybody's on board with this except for a loud crew on the other side. And again, that's fine. If that's how you want to be and vote, then I have no problem. That's why we live here.
Yep.
Just don't lie about it. That's my only issue, is don't lie about it. State your case, make your point, but make sure the facts are accurate. And that's the whole point of today's exercise, kids.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you for listening. It's now time for recess.
Lots of comments on our YouTube page. You can go there. You could read them. 31 Eagle fan says, Jason, I say that every time I'm in Philadelphia at their sports complex. And they do. They've got, it's called Infinity
It's
Live in one corner of the parking lot, which is like Texas Live. Then they've got their football stadium, the baseball stadium, and then their hockey basketball arena. It's a great setup. Go to Phoenix. Go, just look what they're doing in Arlington. I mean, it really is incredible. I was just in Kansas City for a Blink 182 concert. Kansas City Power and Light, KCP&L. It's a great venue. That's what we're looking for.
I go to Busch Stadium in St. Louis. They've got the same thing there, right next to the stadium, and it's a great place to go before and after baseball games there in St. Louis. I tell you, it's an amazing thing. And if you haven't been to any of these places, you should go if you're thinking about voting no on this project, because I think it would change your mind. If you're any kind of sports fan at all, I think it would change your mind just to see the setup that some of these other cities have. And it is just fantastic. And San Antonio needs and deserves something like this. So that's where we're at. You know where we stand, and most people listening to the show stand and feel the same way, which is nice. We just got to get out and vote and make this thing happen. We are still awaiting our good friend Andrew Monaco to arrive in Fayetteville, Arkansas, because the Texas A&M Aggies are taking on the Arkansas Razorbacks tomorrow, and in a game that, quite frankly, is a little scary, Jason, if you're a Texas A&M fan.
Battered Aggie syndrome, huh?
I'm just,
you've been talking to Rob Thompson too much.
No, because here's the deal. Arkansas this week, and guess who's looming next week? The LSU Tigers.
Well, they got a big date with Vandy.
I get it, but I'm just saying, would the Aggies be looking ahead to the hated LSU types? I don't know. We are looking ahead to the Fire and Armor Bowl here at Southwest Legacy High School. That's what we'll have for you here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star tonight. Jason Minix will have your call. It is going to be a lot of fun, that's for sure. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Riding home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6, KTFM Floresville, and everywhere at sasportstar.com.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
It's a little quiet on the border these days. Illegal border crossings at an all-time low because Donald Trump and Senator John Cornyn have been fighting side by side to seal the border. Cornyn has led the charge in the Senate, funding more agents, more technology, and more miles of secure border wall, beating back Biden's border failures, taking the fight directly to the cartels. Cornyn stands with President Trump, voting with him 99% of the time, supporting Trump's nominees, confirming conservative judges who defend our Constitution, and together, Trump and Cornyn put America first. They've worked to keep our families safe and our border defended. Yep, it's quieter on the border now because real leadership gets results. Call and thank Senator John Cornyn, 713-572-3337, and tell him to keep delivering Trump's agenda. Paid for by Lone Star Freedom Project, LoneStarFreedomProject.com.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hi, I got hurt in a wreck, but I don't know if it's really worth getting an attorney.
Don't worry, you called the right place.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7, and you don't pay unless we win. We recently secured a jury verdict for $210 million in a wrongful death case. So if you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Hornitos Tequila and America's team have one major thing in common. Everyone can enjoy them. They weren't made just to have a few fans, but to gather people who love high-quality, real Texas football and premium fresh-pressed agave tequila. It's for all our fans. Whether you live in Texas or not, or sip your Hornitos in a Paloma or straight, it's 100% agave tequila for 100% of Dallas Cowboys fans. Hornitos, the tequila de todos. Drink smart. Hornitos Tequila, 40% alcohol by volume. 2025 Salsa Tequila Import Company, Chicago, Illinois.
Having a tough time paying your bills? Learn how to reduce your credit card debt to a fraction of what you owe. Call the Debt Helpline now for free advice. 800-329-9912. 800-329-9912.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Strange situation for the Dallas Cowboys. Cornerback Trayvon Diggs will not play on Sunday against Washington. Had an accident last night at his home, and he has a concussion. High school football tonight, our San Antonio Sports Star game of the week, Southwest versus Southwest Legacy. All starts at 7 o'clock with the pregame. Kickoff is set for 7:30. And the Texas Aggies hit the road to take on the Arkansas Razorbacks, 2:30. You can hear it right here.
Sports Center brought to you by Synergenics. Book your appointment at fixmylowt.com.
Joe Reinagle.
That's the third time in 7 seasons, the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minutes.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
And it is a football Friday. So that means that Jason and I are at a high school football stadium. This particular one is Southwest Legacy High School, Titan Stadium. They're getting ready to take on the Southwest Dragons rivalry. Two schools in this same district, right? Big brother, little brother, however.
Fire and Armor Bowl.
Well, that's what it's called. Yeah. Fire from the Dragon and armor from the Titans.
There you go.
Is that what it is?
You're smart.
Should that be the Knights or something?
They're the Titans.
Didn't Knights fight dragons back in the day?
The Titans. Look at their logo. Dude.
I'm just saying. I'm just trying to make sense out of this all for the people that are wondering.
Are the people wondering, or are you?
I think they are. Should we have a poll?
No. No. You're poleless today, Ryan Engel.
I am poleless most days. This is a Blitz on
Fan of Japanese maples, are you? You see Jason Kelsey's wife changed her social media profile to that?
Oh, is that right?
Big fan of Japanese maples.
That's hilarious. Well, at least we're men enough to admit it, right? We don't have the redwood problem, apparently.
Well,
I speak for myself, Minix. I can't speak for you, but I speak for myself.
Well, and look, if Taylor Swift wants to believe that, let her believe that.
Well,
I think his brother knows better, and everybody in that locker room knows better.
You want to see something funny?
What?
I was just looking at a text I got. And when I was doing Sports Center, I guess the AI or whatever, it's got my exact Sports Center on here. I can send a text of it to anybody.
What?
Is that weird? It just, everything I said, it wrote down on the text. I can do it again. It's a strange situation for the Dallas Cowboys. Here it is right here. Cornerback Trayvon Diggs will not play Sunday against Washington. Isn't that weird?
No.
Well, it is. I didn't push any buttons.
You did. You pushed a button and didn't know it.
Well, apparently, I guess I did. But that's the weirdest damn thing.
Is it actually a pretty decent script, or do you look at that and go, hell, I talk for a living, and this is what it thinks I said?
No, it's outstanding. I think it even complimented me on my read.
It complimented you on your what?
Which is not
your
true.
Dictation?
It's fantastic.
Your Japanese maple,
I just think
or the redwood?
I think that's strange. Well, it's not. We already mentioned that. I don't have a redwood. It's a fighter, though. I'm going to tell you that, Minix. It's a fighter. This is going to be a fun game out here tonight. Unplug it, baby.
Unplug it, baby.
I forgot about that. I haven't heard that in a while, man.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean,
you just said it. You were thinking about it.
That's what I'm saying. I forgot about it until right now.
Unplug it, baby.
Start talking about redwoods and maples and whatever.
And you're just completely sidetracked.
Well, yeah, it's a Friday, dude. Come on.
Good Lord.
It's a Friday. We got to have a little fun, right? I can't believe, though, we're out here again at Legacy High School, Southwest Legacy High School. The cheerleaders are already here.
Yeah.
Dude, it's 3.5 hours before kickoff. Well, those poor girls are making them work this early.
It's a big game.
Well, I guess so. But that's kind of weird.
Is it?
Well, I remember when they used to do live shots at high school football stadiums, and I hated doing a 5 o'clock live shot because there was nobody here. I like to have people around to talk to and stuff, and there was never anybody there until the 6 o'clock live shot. So I should have been coming out here to Southwest Legacy High School. The cheerleaders get here 3.5 hours early.
Well, I mean, but look, they're working. They're putting up banners.
Well, that's good.
They put out their megaphones on the track so they know where they're going to stand.
Yeah.
Hang up all the banners. Then they probably go eat dinner, go do something fun, and then come back for kickoff.
What you go do something fun like what?
I don't know. Eat. I don't.
Cheerleaders don't eat. Come on.
All right, cheerleader dad. What did cheerleaders do before the game? And one of the biggest differences, it's an on-campus stadium.
Well, that's true,
and
too.
So, like, you don't see the Dragon cheerleaders aren't here yet.
No.
Because they'll get bussed over when it's time.
Right. Which surprises me. You looked it up, but Southwest High School is about 20 minutes from here.
Yeah.
Wow. I thought
we're out in the middle of nowhere.
Well, we really are, but I thought it'd be a little bit closer to this.
A little bit closer to what?
To here. Well, I mean,
you don't even know where you are.
They're sister schools.
Yeah,
I don't have a clue.
You have no idea where you are.
Thank God for GPS. That's all I'm saying. Well, I can look way over yonder, Minix, and I can see the Hemisphere Tower. I can see downtown San Antonio from here.
You can?
I can. You can't see that?
Hang on.
See that? Downtown San Antonio. I can see the tower right there. I can see, it looks like, what is that, the Hyatt? Right next to it?
I don't know what you're looking at.
Dude, are you blind?
Apparently.
Apparently you are. I'm looking. Right there.
Oh, way over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you got a different angle.
Downtown San Antonio, it's beautiful. Look at
It
that.
is. You're right.
How much more beautiful would it be with a nice Wemby Center there?
It'd be great.
Wouldn't it,
You'd
though?
almost be able to see it.
We could see it.
Yeah. No, it is. Like, I got to lean way out to see it from where you are in this. I mean, we're in a massive room in the press box,
really
but I
are.
got a wall right there. Right? Like, I can see the baseball field or part of it.
Yeah.
Just saying, I can see the football field perfect, which is what you need in a football press
Well,
box.
that's kind of the idea, is it not?
But over yonder, when you were pointing that way.
Yes. Oh, you were looking over at that white water
and I'm
tower.
like, dude,
over
what
there.
are you smoking?
No, it's right here.
I mean, well, because you're pointing the wrong way.
It's beautiful. I'm pointing right at it.
I mean,
see right there.
Yeah.
Boom.
This is great radio. Good Lord.
Oh.
Now, in all seriousness, because like Martin Alvarez says, you're in the best side of town. Where are we? And I say that because last year we did a game at Southwest. And I remember thinking, driving out there, man, I haven't been to this part of town in a long time. I haven't been out here. I've never been to Legacy High School, but, driving out here, you go past Holt and all that stuff. And, there's some good spots that I've gone to restaurant-wise, like off W.W. White and whatnot. But I've never been. But the construction out here in the industry, like, we're in the press box, if you know this area, to our right. What is being built out here in that big-ass warehouse thing over there? I don't know what is out here. If you're from this part of town, if you go to Legacy High School, or your kids go to Legacy High School, you live out here. What is out here? Because I know this is San Antonio, but this is new to me. I don't know where we are.
Well, Fred Villarreal on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page says we're near Von Army.
We are in Von Army.
This is Von Army.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're in Von Army.
Yeah, I was wondering that because you come out.
It's in the address.
It is.
It is.
I didn't know that.
Good
So
Lord.
I just said, hey, Google, give me the. Oh, I shouldn't say that because now this is going to come up again.
Hey, Siri.
Hey.
Yeah, you changed your mind. We heard that. Yeah.
Hey, go back to sleep, buddy. I don't need you right now. But I just put in, Southwest Legacy High School.
Yeah.
And drove right here. But it was all the way down 410. I didn't remember 410 goes out this far. I'm just saying.
I mean, sometimes when you leave the bubble.
I guess, yes. I guess. But I'm telling you, it is rising. This place, this area.
Fred, you're a brilliant man. Huge manufacturing plant. No bleep. I mean, obviously, but what's being built over there, right? I mean, that's what I'm trying to figure out. What I can tell, just it's a massive building. What is being manufactured there? That's what I'm curious.
What is this? Are we near Toyota?
I don't
Toyota
think,
plant.
I've been to the Toyota plant. I remember going to some grand opening there.
I don't
think this is Toyota, but it could be.
There's a bunch of electrical stuff over there. It's like an electrical plant that's right over there to my right. So I don't know. There's a lot of stuff out. The JCB plants.
What is JCB?
I don't know what JCB is. Anyway,
look,
we're from the Spurs
here.
Arena out there.
No, that's not.
Imagine those Stone Oakers would bitch about that. They don't want to drive to Wolf Stadium.
No
they
kidding.
ain't coming out here.
Well, there's something straight ahead too that looks like a construction project.
That's what I said. It's under. That's what I just meant. There are big cranes. What's
out
being
there?
built?
Yeah. Crazy. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to see that the city is growing.
Yeah.
And it's and on every side, no matter where you go to Bernie, you see all this stuff there. You can hardly tell you're out of town. Down in Shirts and Cibolo and all that, and hell, you get to New Braunfels, it doesn't seem like you're out of town, and it's coming this way too.
Out of curiosity, how far do you think New Braunfels is from here?
From here?
Yeah. What do you figure?
50 miles?
An hour?
Well, it's an hour just getting from Shirts.
I-35
with the traffic.
This time of day?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's an hour from.
Hour and 7 minutes right now, according to my phone.
Well, there you go.
Which, good perspective for us when we talk about, San Antonio and Austin, like if they were to come together and build an NFL team somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
For people in San Antonio, and this is San Antonio, that ain't close.
Well, no, it's not.
But to your point, a downtown arena, we can see downtown from here.
Well, it's a long way, though.
Well, sure, it's a long way, but from our radio station to here was 29 minutes on my GPS.
Right.
And our station's at 4050 Eisenhower Road.
Took about 30 minutes.
We were at the station earlier today doing the Raul Jimenez Thanksgiving Dinner Radiothon on KTSA. A weird Friday, we actually had to go to the office. So from the station to here was under 30 minutes. Now, for whatever reason, my GPS gave me an option to go for like an hour and 3 minutes. Who the hell does that?
I don't know.
Right? It's like when you're buying a flight on Southwest. Who wants that option? That sucks.
My wife.
But
if it saves $5,
hotel bars or airport bars. But haven't been to the one in Charlotte in a while.
Yes.
But I'm just looking at it going, I mean, all right, Fred Works wants to know how far are we from downtown?
I don't know. Find out.
All right.
The difference, though, in the Spurs arena and, say, a football stadium between here and Austin is that a football game's once a week. You make a day out of it, and so you don't mind doing that. The problem with the Spurs play 2 or 3 times a week at home in a lot of cases. But so that's why I think a football stadium in between here and Austin would work perfectly for everybody.
Absolutely.
Because it is just a 1 day a week thing. So
yeah. Well, by the way, the Alamo Dome is 21 minutes.
Oh, that's nothing.
Nothing.
Piece of cake. Yeah.
Easy.
Frank Valdez says 20 minutes probably. You were pretty close.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
Yeah. And then build a rapid transit system.
Well,
first things first.
Yeah. We need more
first.
data on that. Okay. Yeah. We got to get some more data on that first before we can build that. Yeah. We need a study after that study and another study after that one just to make sure that the studies are correct. Data, and more data. Jerry was on the radio this morning up there in Big D, 105.3 The Fan. And, if you can imagine, Jerry's selling. He's the ultimate salesman. We'll hear from Jared Jones when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
And Joe's going to go over to Sammy's Embroidery and Printing and get a T-shirt made that says, Jerry's selling and I'm buying. You can get that done on a T-shirt if you want, because that's what Sam does. You need T-shirts, screen printed, go see Sam. If you need caps made, Sam has over 25,000 caps and more than 75 color combinations on display in his showroom, including the popular Richardson 112 style trucker caps, Katie caps, Nike, Cap America, to name a few. If you're a business owner, manager, club leader, and you need your logo on a nice golf shirt, fishing shirt, dress shirt, Sam has all the big name brands: North Face, Eddie Bauer, Nike, Under Armour, Travis Matthew, Port Authority, to name a few. And he now has a full line of Tommy Bahama gear. So if you want your logo on a Tommy Bahama golf shirt, quarter zip jacket, go see Sam. Incredible pricing, and that pricing does include the logo. And nobody has better prices than Sammy's Embroidery and Printing. Nor too big, nor too small. And Sam is the only company in Texas that offers one-day turnaround. Call 210-824-3900, 824-3900, or better yet, get into that massive showroom down on San Pedro, a mile inside Loop 410, right there across from McDonald's. Or check the website, samsembroidery.com, for Sammy's Embroidery Club.
1, 2, 3, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday at 3:25 p.m. The Cowboys are back home after a 2-week road trip, taking on the Washington Commanders. Pre-game starts at 2:30. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey, it's football season, and your furry MVP deserves a win. Hey, it's Rob, and reminding you, Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit in Selma is a luxury pet care resort with over 17,000 square feet of fun, plus training, spa days, and acres to play. Book today at 210-750-1298.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
8 years ago, I blew my football career.
He dropped it at the 1 yard line.
Chad Powers has arrived on Hulu.
If I can't play as Russ, I'll play as someone else.
My name's Chad.
And last name?
From executive producers Eli and Peyton Manning.
Remember, you wearing a prosthetic mask? This is acting.
And starring Glenn Powell.
He thinks you're a rubber, you tell him.
Not rubber. I'm a man. Made of flesh.
The Hulu original series, Chad Powers, is now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus for bundle subscribers. Terms apply. New episodes Tuesdays.
Awesome Tickets is your personal ticket broker. Big games, big concerts, big events. Need tickets? Stay local and call Awesome Tickets. Stop paying all those crazy fees on ticket apps. Awesome Tickets has your tickets for all the sports, concerts, any city, any event. Avoid the ticket app fees. Since 1994, Awesome Tickets is local and veteran-owned. You deserve Awesome Tickets. Call 210-226-5136 or online at awesometix.com. That's awesometix.com.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-936-9033. 800-936-9033. 800-936-9033.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
It's Truck Month at North Park Chevy in Castroville. Buy a new 2026 Silverado 1500 Custom at the low price of $33,999, plus 2.9% financing for 72 months. Save $10,000 off MSRP on the new 2025 Silverado Heavy Duty. Lease a new 2026 Colorado for only $299 a month. No dealer add-ons, and we deliver anywhere in Texas. Together, let's drive North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
Now that I'm a dad, I can't stop thinking about what would happen to my kids if something happened to me, like losing the house or not affording college.
Yeah, that used to keep me up at night too. It's why I finally got life insurance from Ethos. It's 100% online. No medical exams, just a few health questions. I got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day.
I never realized it was that simple. Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Rates may vary. Bill monthly. Sample rate 10-year term life policy for a 35-year-old healthy non-smoking male.
George gets justice. After being hit by an 18-wheeler, the experienced attorneys of George Salinas Injury Lawyers are San Antonio's choice for getting you the maximum compensation you deserve. With over 110 years of combined experience, they've recovered millions for their clients. 18-wheelers may be bigger than you on the road, but you can be bigger than them in the courtroom. George guarantees that you don't pay unless they win your case. Call 210-225-0909 today for a free consultation. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Monday on the Morning Huddle, recapping a big weekend of sports. How'd that Cowboys defense hold up? Preseason is done for the Spurs. They finished up on Friday night versus Indiana. We'll talk season totals and playoff possibilities. Get here early. Party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Mornings 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
On a football Friday, Southwest Legacy High School is where we are, Titans Stadium. Big game tonight between the Legacy Titans and the Southwest Dragons. Ought to be good. They call it the Fire and Armor Bowl. Love being out at high school football stadiums on Friday afternoon. It is awesome. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagle. He's Jason Minix. We just heard from Andrew Monaco. He's going to join us at the bottom of the hour, about 15 minutes or so from right now. Talk a little Aggie football.
Yeah, they've made it to the hotel. And what's interesting is this game normally, or most recently, has been played at Jerry World. But the fact that they're going back to on campus is going to be fun. Speaking of Jerry, he was on 105.3 The Fan today. And Eberflus. Jerry says dude's got a plan.
One thing about Eberflus is we certainly knew Eberflus, knew his background, knew how he's evolved in his coaching, knew times when it didn't go good for him, and knew times when it did go good for him. We know Eberflus. And I can tell you he's a young 50-year-old coach that's had head coaching experience in the NFL. You say, well, where's that right now if it's important? It's just a part of a makeup. And what you really want more than anything is in times like these, you don't want people that break and run. You want them that'll hang in, stick in there, look pragmatically, make the adjustment if necessary, but do it begrudgingly because Flus has a plan, and he has a plan of what he wants our defense to be. It hadn't worked. It always looks bad, boys, when it doesn't work. Yet there's a lot of pats on the back when it does. If you can't take that, you can't coach in the NFL.
So you got to be able to take the arrows that come with bad coaching decisions. Jerry knows how to take arrows. He takes a lot of them. I'm not sure he ever gets that pat on the back though. But hopefully he's right, Jason. I don't know other than to say I don't like what I've seen from Eberflus because I haven't seen anything different. He hasn't changed anything in my mind. I want to see the game this Sunday to see if there is anything different from that defense and how it's going to work.
Well, and again, part of me thinks, Eberflus has been around a long time. And so he's got to be a talented enough coach to be able to be eventually a head coach and to be a coordinator. And, when he was on the Cowboys staff and left, everybody was upset because he was, all that kind of stuff. And even like yesterday, when Stephen Jones was on the Blitz with us, is it players or is it scheme when it comes to the issues on the defensive side? Maybe. Okay, I guess we're not going to hear from Stephen.
Well, apparently not. Stephen was on 105.3 The Fan today, Jason, and was asked about this Trayvon Diggs thing, and he didn't act like he didn't know what was going on.
Well, and again,
there's something strange there, I think.
The story on Diggs that we've heard of at this point is some sort of accident at his house.
Yeah.
And he's now in concussion protocol. He is out for Sunday, according to the injury report, which the Cowboys have put out. Concussion, out. We don't know what happened at the house. Draw whatever conclusions you want to, or whatever scenario, but clearly whatever happened, he hit his head. Whether he fell, slipped, whatever the case is. Banging his head against the wall because he wants more man-to-man and he saw the game plan was all zone. Who knows? But it's just another day that ends in Y when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, that's exactly right, because this is about as strange as it gets, is it not? I know it's happened before to other players. They have accidents at home, but this is weird. And the fact that the Cowboys aren't really saying anything about it, it's kind of like the Joe Mixon thing there for a long, long time, right? Nobody seemed to know what was going on. This is kind of, similar in a different way, obviously, but there's something strange there. Is Trayvon married? Yeah, you got that cast iron skillet. Sometimes that can put a man in a concussion protocol.
I honestly, I don't know if he's married or not. I know he's got the kid.
Yeah,
who is all a part of Hard Knocks. Who knows? Maybe he was playing tackle football with the kiddo and got his bell rung. I mean, who knows, right? But it's just par for the course. Clarence Hill tweeted out, remember that time that, Des Bryant cut his hand making soup, cutting carrots.
That's right.
Stuff happens, right? It just always seems to happen to the Dallas Cowboys, and that's not going to help the defensive issues because that means Elam is going to have to play more. Yeah. And Elam, one of those offseason acquisitions that hasn't worked out well. And that's something that Brian Schottenheimer said this morning on the Morning Huddle. One of the problems with the Cowboys defense is it seems like there's different holes they're trying to plug every week.
No, it does change every week. I would say the one thing that we've been the most inconsistent with, guys, is communication. And again, and that's what's so crazy is that's one of the sounds mundane, but like that's something that should not be a problem. Like again, because everything gets set up defensively based on how you start your call with where's the close side. So for us, it's getting our guys to understand you can't just say close left, when the tight end comes out to the defense's left. It's got to be close left, close left, close left. Like you got to be hollering, man. Like you got to get everybody because you're talking not to, one guy. It's not like, okay, hey, Kenny Clark, close left. Like you're telling the post safety, you're telling the field corner, you're telling those guys that. So we have to be better with that. That's number one, the communication, because that's not been consistent enough all year long. And then the other issues have been they change, and it's like I said, this week it was more of a run game fit. Our fits weren't great. We were getting knocked out of the C gap, which opened up running lanes for Rico and Carolina. And a couple weeks ago it was us not getting aligned right in certain coverages, and another week it was us not being set when they were snapping the ball quick. So I think that's where, as a coach, what you do is you say, okay, hey guys, look, we're going to make adjustments in our scheme. Everyone understands that. We know that. Anytime you're not doing well, if you don't change anything, you're stupid, right? You're foolish. So, but what people have to understand is we didn't take our playbook and throw it in the trash. We didn't say, okay, this one sucks. Where's the next one, right? You say, okay, all right, what can we change 10 to 15% and make it better? Okay, is man-to-man the answer? Well, I don't know. Washington's got a ton of, talented guys that can run all over the field. Are we going to play man-to-man this week? Of course. But when we play zone, guys, we have to play it better. And that means having better width and depth and better eye discipline and all those things. And so that's the chess match that people talk about that as a football coach can get really frustrating. But for, I guess, weirdos like me, I love that. I guess I can say on the phone. Maybe I can't.
Yeah, you're
good. But
you can.
I love that stuff. I love that stuff because that is the chess match that keeps us up at night in a good way.
He says all that, but it really, I appreciate Schottenheimer more and more because of the honesty that I don't know that we got from a Jason Garrett and we didn't get from a Mike McCarthy, because you hear that there, just being loud in your communication. And according to Joseph Hoyt, who covers the Cowboys for the Dallas Morning News, Schottenheimer in his press conference today pointed out another issue with the secondary. They need to be better at stick awareness. Stick awareness is pretty simple. If it's 3rd and 7, don't line up 8-9 yards off the ball.
Right. Yes.
And I think you look at that 4th down play that Carolina was able to convert last week and how far back everybody was. That's just stick awareness, right? They've got to be better at that. I mean, schemer players, you listen to the Cowboys coaches and the Cowboys brass, it's the players.
Well, I think to some extent it is. I mean, look, these guys are professional football players. They know how to play zone defense.
Yeah, but this is middle school type of.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Mistakes.
I mean, they know what they're doing, and I don't know. I mean, it's hard. It's hard to wrap your head around it. To be totally honest with you, it's extremely hard to wrap your head around it because I go back and they haven't looked this lost since. But in that Chicago game, that secondary was lost. I mean, they were lost. They didn't know what the hell was going on or what they were doing. Now, it hasn't been that bad since, but my goodness, these guys are professional football players, and that's just unexcusable. No question about it. Texas A&M in Arkansas. They're going to take on the Razorbacks tomorrow, and the voice of the Aggies, our own Andrew Monaco. Well, we call him our own. He's ours.
Yeah.
He's part of the family.
He is.
Absolutely.
Sure.
He joins us next from Fayetteville, right here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. First, I want to tell you about my good friends at Stevens Roofing. Stevens Roofing, boy, I tell you what, family-owned company, local company, and they are absolutely the best in the business. They've been in business since 1983. That is incredible. Over 40 years they've been in business in San Antonio and South Texas. And look, I don't have to tell you or explain to you what that means. They're doing it right. You don't stay in business that long if you're not doing it right. They back up their work they do it the right way the first time, and they treat their customers like family. That's absolutely what they do. Look, it is hot outside still. It's the middle of October, which is very strange. But eventually, we're going to have some bad weather, you would think. Look, whether we do or whether we don't, I know you've noticed or you've wanted to get your roof checked out to make sure that it's okay. Call Stevens Roofing and Solar, 210-785-0994. Have them send a crew out to your house, check the roof, make sure it's okay, just to give you that peace of mind. If you think there's a problem, they'll tell you, man, there's no problem. You're okay. Or there's a little something here we need to do. We can take care of that. Or you might want to start thinking about a new roof. Either way, you know where you're at and where you stand. Stevens Roofing is going to shoot you straight. They always do. It doesn't matter what kind of roof you have, metal roof, composition. You got a commercial building. They can take care of that as well. They cover all the bases. They are the best in the business. Why would you go anywhere else? Give Stevens Roofing and Solar a call, 210-785-0994, or you can visit them online at stevensroofing.net.
San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to SASportsStar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Ticket. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an audience national contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at SASportsStar.com.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
JD, do you ever ride a bike?
Beach bike, yeah, I ride the bikes.
So you got a fat tire bike?
Fat tire bike. It's brown over gold, and it's got a handy basket.
Oh, we've got JD's twin brother here.
Yes, DJ Ryan here. Hi, JD. No, and he'll crank it up. He'll crank it up to 14 miles an hour and ride with ferocious intent.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show, Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, official foundation repair company of Texas Athletics.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Davis Law Firm secures important verdicts and settlements for Texans hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck. Many in the millions of dollars. No case is too big or too small. And remember, there's no fee unless we win. So if you want more, call the Fours. Davis Law Firm San Antonio, 444-4444.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code SELECT to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SELECT for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code SELECT for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Corey area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at TSAOG.com.
This Sunday, I'll be out at Twin Peaks Park North as the Cowboys get set to take on Washington. Hey, it's James Fudger with San Antonio Sports Star, and we got your chance to register to win an Epic Cowboys jersey just for catching game days at Twin Peaks. Plus, we've also got your chance to win tickets to go see All Time Low at the Boeing Center at Techport. So come hang out with us in the lovely lays of Twin Peaks this Sunday starting at noon. Grab a seat in a 29-degree beer and win some prizes just before the Cowboys kick off. That's this Sunday starting at noon at Twin Peaks Park North.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-1783. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-1783. That's 800-575-1783. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home for Texas A&M football. Saturday afternoon at 2:30, the Aggies take on the Arkansas Razorbacks. Presented by Just Spots. Pre-game at 1:30 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
That is a nice song, isn't it? Yep. With little very nice. Very nice. Hey, we're out at Southwest Legacy High School, Titan Stadium, Southwest and Southwest Legacy, the Fire and Armor Bowl here tonight. You can hear that right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Jason Minix will have your call.
It's going to be a fun one tonight for sure. Let's talk about what's going to be a fun afternoon tomorrow. Andrew Monaco, the voice of the Aggies, joining us on the Buyers Barricades guest line. Andrew just got to the hotel there in Arkansas. How's your Friday, sir?
Friday's doing very, very well. Not as good as you guys, apparently. You guys have a fun one tonight.
We do, the Fire and Armor Bowl. Now, I've got a question for you, Andrew. You've been going to stadiums your entire life, right?
Yeah.
When you show up at a stadium and the elevator's not working, what do you do?
Take the stairs or a ramp.
Or you find somebody that works there that has a key that can open the elevator.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, okay. What happened today?
Well, Ryan Eagle had to take stairs. I took the elevator. Greg Simmons is here. He found somebody with the key because he knows how to do this. Yet somebody else in his crew is lugging up all their equipment over the stairs. And sometimes you just have to be smarter, don't you?
Oh, it definitely works smarter, not harder. Oh, I totally agree with that one. Yeah.
Now,
Monaco, Greg, that's brilliant.
Now, Monaco,
Joe,
you know better than that.
Joe, it depends on patience, Joe. If I'm running late, it's stairs or ramp. Like, I don't have a choice. I can't go get someone. And I'm cursing them every step I take. You know that.
Some of us care about our physical fitness, Monaco. You know how it is.
You've been bitching for 3 hours.
I sure have. This is a very high up press box, okay? Let me just say that.
That complaining is exercise also, though, Jason. Don't minimize that.
Yeah.
Dude, it's a day that ends in Y.
Yeah.
I'm going to complain about something, Andrew,
exactly.
that's for sure.
Exactly.
But wait a second. You know what's missing from that last story that you told? Joe apparently wasn't carrying the equipment up there, was he?
No. I wasn't.
No, but the bag that he carries is ridiculous. I mean, he's not in TV anymore, but the amount of hair products that he's carrying is heavier than all the equipment that we have.
Jason, you realize?
Gotta look good, Andrew. Gotta look good.
Joe, you gotta. You know what I mean? You absolutely have to. And look, you're talking to a guy that usually had Joe in the studio on a Thursday and Rick Renner on a Friday.
Oh, good Lord.
There was hair for days, man.
You know, I'm flying up to the Fox studios to work with Rick. And of course I get stopped at TSA because they all want to ask me about Rick. And I'm like, can I just get through? And they're like, hey, is that really his real hair? And I asked Rick, I said, Rick, is that really your real hair? I've been asked every time I come through the airport. He goes, do you think I would have this fake? Like I would choose something like this fake?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. The great Rick Renner.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. You know, it's funny because we get asked a lot about Joe's hair and if it's real or how much does he dye it or is it real? And He's had that same hair since '93 when I first met him.
It's jealousy, Andrew. You know that.
It is. Look, Joe, you're talking to someone who perfected the hair helmet on TV.
Exactly right. That's true.
Andrew Monaco, the voice of the Aggies. Yeah, A&M has a chance to go 7-0 for the first time since 1994. And it's weird because when you talk to non-Aggies, they say, oh, man, this is going to be an easy game for A&M. Aggies, because of battered Aggie syndrome, they can't have nice things. Aggie fans are really nervous about this game.
Yeah, and as they should be, because this is an Arkansas team that can flat out score. This is an Aggie team that can score. It could be one of those games. And that's, look, it's funny because I know we played in Arlington for the last decade, but every game there, no matter who was ranked or unranked, it seemed to be a one-score game. And just the other storylines, Bobby Petrino taking over as interim head coach, his second stint as head coach at Arkansas, him being here at A&M the 2 years prior to him going to Arkansas with Sam Pittman. And the thing that for the Aggies is I think they're getting better every week. I really do. And they've had tests against Auburn and Mississippi State and Florida. But I think this is the best offense that they're going to face with Taylor Green at quarterback and their running backs and the wide receivers. But can they win this offense? Can they win this line of scrimmage or lines of scrimmage against Arkansas? Because that's what's really triggered this defense. But Arkansas can score. Now, can they stop? That's another question. And that could be figured out. Mike Elko was joking with us this week. He said, why coaches always worry? Because you look at everything on tape and then you're always worried that on this particular Saturday against your team, they figure it all out. And they he goes, that's why coaches can't go to sleep at night. But it's an interesting contrast. And I think the Aggies continue to play better teams week after week. And I put Arkansas, I know they're 2-4, but I put them in that category.
Well, and I would think, Andrew, it's a little bit of a wake-up call. I mean, Arkansas gave Tennessee all they could handle last week. It's a pretty solid Tennessee squad at Tennessee. So I would think that Mike Elko is looking at that, and maybe the players as well, and say, we better come to play tomorrow.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's the second time that the Aggies are getting someone right after playing Tennessee. There was Mississippi State, but that was different because Mississippi State was home when they played Tennessee. So you have a chance to see, two of your opponents going up against the Volunteers. The problem there is Tennessee plays very differently from Texas A&M. So you don't know if what worked, is it still going to work? But look, Bobby Petrino has had his hands on that offense for a year and a half now. So he has had Taylor Green at quarterback for going into his second year. I found it interesting that it was Bobby who dismissed the former defensive coordinator, not Sam Pittman, and brought in someone new. And Mike Elko was talking this week because I asked him, I said, normally when you get to this time of year, it's game 7, week 8, the pattern, but this is a brand new defensive coordinator. Are they going to do anything different? It's almost like being early in the year when you're trying to find tape and film on transfers and where they came from their other schools, or a coordinator who comes from another school and try those tendencies. You normally don't do it this late in the season, but there's a little bit of a shift. There's enough tape, I think, and you can see the personnel and you're still scheming against, but that's slightly different. As for a Petrino offense, 2 backs, wide receivers, he uses the tight end. He's got a quarterback that if you're over aggressive, he'll make you pay by running with the ball. It's to me, it's a fascinating matchup, and it's been a decade since we've been here in Fayetteville. We haven't played at Razorback Stadium since Johnny Manziel ran wild against them in 2013. So they're going to be laying in wait for the Aggies for sure.
They certainly will. Andrew Monaco, the voice of the Aggies, joining us here on the Blitz. Of course, listen to the game tomorrow afternoon here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star, brought to you by Just Pots. Now, you talk about Johnny Manziel running all over them back then. Who's going to run all over them? I mean, Reuben Owens is going to be the bell cow now with Le'Veon Moss out. How does that impact the Aggie offense?
So Mike refuses to use that as an excuse. It is going to be next man up. So it is Reuben Owens. And when Le'Veon, he had a little bit against Mississippi State, it just felt weird. You know what I mean? Like there's something with the stomach. He wasn't 100%. Ruben came in. Ruben ran for a career best 142 in that game. And, you know, you kind of forget about Ruben because he didn't play all of last year. He tried to give it a go against Texas. He had some carries. He had some carries against USC. But after that ankle injury a year ago in camp, you forgot that he was, I hate to say Le'Veon's backup, but, you know, Ruben, highly prized running back. It's now his time. And Ruben met with all of us this week, and he was saying the one thing he absolutely has to have Le'Veon around. They cannot have him away from practice or games because he needs to pick his brain. But honestly, it's like 1A and 1B. Le'Veon does some things, though, that you're going to miss. I think his yards after contact are unbelievable. I want to say, and this is very unofficial, guys, I want to say in the last 2 years for Le'Veon Moss, this year he's had 1 carry for negative yards. I want to say last year he had a grand total of 2 carries for negative yards. It's everything is no gain or positive yards. And 2nd and 7, 2nd and 5 is way better than 2nd and 10 or 2nd and 11. And Mike, you know, to take that another way, that line, Marcel Reed didn't get sacked. There were no negative plays. And I sat down with Coley Fayu this week for our next podcast conversations. And he said, look, we don't even want Marcel to get touched. Heck with the sacks. We don't even want him to get touched. And I think you're seeing this offensive line come in, and Ruben loves running behind those 5 guys in front of him. So it'll be different. I don't know if there's a drop off. And then you still have Amari Daniels, EJ Smith. They really love this freshman, Jamorian Morrow, who caught a touchdown last week, but that's a youngster out of Memphis who they're really high on. We could see some Jamorian Morrow as well tomorrow.
Andrew, we're getting some comments here, and I haven't checked a weather report on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, saying the weather might be bad there. Is the weather bad there in Fayetteville?
Not right now, but it's supposed to pass through. Now, whether it passes through before the game or whether it with a 2:30 kick, there's some reports that it might come in at 4, and there could be a delay and could be playing in the rain. So, and I believe both schools are going to get together either tonight or tomorrow morning to decide when that weather is supposed to come and if there would be a delay or something for that. But yeah, there's supposed to be a chance of severe weather coming through. I don't know how fast it would pass through, and I don't know how severe it would be if there would be some lightning that would cause that automatic delay for the game.
Now, the way you say that, Andrew, and I mean a little bit knuckleheady here because all of us have dealt with lightning delays once the game starts. But if they're going to meet in the morning to discuss, could they actually adjust the start time of this game?
I think it's a combination of the 2 schools as well as ESPN for their scheduling. And a lot of this goes to fan safety. Do you want them on the roads? Do you want them in the stands? Is there a way to, I don't want to say clear a stadium, but can you have that safety? I think that all comes into that. I don't know if they would move it up, guys, to tell you the truth. I'm wondering if it could be a delayed start afterwards, or they'd just say, hey, here's the plan. If it comes in at 4 o'clock, once that lightning is within 10 miles of the stadium, then we'll just clear everybody and they go into their respective locker rooms. If it's severe enough, maybe they will adjust that time.
Boy, it's unfortunate, Andrew, in a way, because if there's a delay, anything can change the momentum of what's happening. And boy, I hope that doesn't happen, and I hope that thing clears out because the Aggies obviously need this win. You've got LSU. Is there any talk at all about maybe looking ahead a little bit to Baton Rouge?
No, Joe, and I think that's something I give a ton of credit to Mike Elko about his message this week is everything's in your hands right now, and you can help dictate. You don't dictate, but depending on how you play, obviously you do, but you can help dictate this being a special season and the focus being on Arkansas. And then you know what? Next week it can be on LSU, and then the week after that is the bye week. But I think this is where I go back to when you talk about the experience and the leadership. Yes, we talk about the yards and the tackles and all of that. I think it's also a mature mindset as well. That maybe last year were they so caught up in November about, oh, we could be in Atlanta in the SEC championship game, and it went through their fingers. That could have been a part of it. I don't know. And maybe that's something that they've learned from. But I think this very much is, okay, the next opponent is Arkansas. This is what they do best. This is what we do best. LSU, we'll put our attention on Sunday or Monday for that team, but not Saturday. It's all on the Razorbacks. I think that comes from Mike, and I think it comes from the other leaders on this team, that if there is any kind of talk like that, I think they stop it pretty quickly.
Well, and of course, LSU's got that big matchup with Vanderbilt.
Exactly.
I mean, we thought they had a bye coming into this, typically speaking, but LSU can't be looking ahead either.
Did I see that it's the first time Vanderbilt's favored over LSU?
Yes.
77 years. They're both ranked, which that rarely happens. And Vanderbilt's favored over LSU. That's a long time. That's a long time. Hey,
I mean,
you know what?
older
Tip your
than
cap.
Joe.
Slightly, yeah. You know what? Tip your cap to Clark Lee there, because that was a team. They're not a one-hit wonder. And look, I don't know how long it goes, and maybe he is building that culture because we throw that word around. But you know what? That's a team that's played with a little bit of a target on their back after what they did last year, and they've stepped up and done a really nice job. You make a great point. I think in years past, LSU could say, okay, we're good. We're good. I don't know if you can say that now playing Vanderbilt.
Well, I tell you, that quarterback they have is special. He is a special quarterback. He gets the job done for sure.
Obvious something. Well, he's going into his 17th year. So,
true. Yes.
I mean, he's been around forever. And I think at one point, Jeff Taylor thought he was actually going to get him to UTSA.
Yeah.
And Vanderbilt gave him a couple more dollars. Yeah.
But he's still going to have more eligibility. He's already setting in motion a 7th year in college. They're already setting out their case to come back for a 7th year. So, again, off to the side, now you're starting to see things going through the NCAA. Maybe everybody just gets the blanket 5 years, but this has been going on a lot. We thought it would snap back after the COVID year, and then they made the rules about, well, you went to junior college, you get I think at some point it's got to be standardized, and maybe everybody getting 5 years, and that's the package. We'll see. I'm not sure, but Lord knows if it involves the NCAA, it also involves not just the court of public opinion, but the courts themselves.
Snail's pace on getting anything done.
Yes.
Oh, man, it's going to be crazy. Out of curiosity, and obviously Mike Elko has no concerns today, but with seeing what happened to James Franklin this week, 3 weeks ago, you're playing Oregon in overtime, and everybody thought they still had a chance to go to a national championship. Tomorrow, he's going to be a guest on game day as the current fired coach, and the fact that coaches are getting fired so early, and obviously the buyout that he has, A&M still paying Jimbo his buyout money. You're around some of these guys. What's the conversation like with these higher ups in dealing with the state of college athletics in 2025?
Let's add to that Kurt Cignetti just got his deal redone at Indiana, right? He does that. All I can say off the bat is Jimmy Sexton's about to be a rich man. He and Trace Armstrong they've cornered the market, right? When it comes to coaches and their contracts. And that's what a lot of coaches will say, hey, my agent will deal with that, or they'll come out and say, hey, I shut it down, or there's the non-answer. Like, the thing that surprised me, like, okay, you get rid of Pry at Virginia Tech, and you get rid of Gundy at Oklahoma State and Oregon State. He just, like, do you have a line on the next guy, or are you just making a change? Like, you in the old days, you might fire somebody. Well, think about it. Maybe you fired Jimbo a couple years ago because you wanted to get a head start on that offseason. But is the offseason really starting 3 weeks in? And what coach is going to give you an agreement? Because if you're saying, God, that Virginia Tech job looks good. Oh, no, wait a second. Oh, Oklahoma State, look, that's a good fit. Now all of a sudden James Franklin's gone? Wait a second, I want the Penn State job. Like, who commits that early? I don't know. Normally it's like, well, you need to get the head start on who's out there and who we can get, or you already know who you want next. this is as early as I've ever seen it. And I think with a lot of coaches, you realize, okay, am I happy here? And if I am happy here, you have that discussion and say, yes, I am. I'm not looking to go anywhere. This is what I am building, and I want to build it here. But when anytime that a coach has success, his name always comes up. How do you handle that? If we talk about players and noise, coaches have to go through that. Assistant coaches have to go through that. You're going to hear Colin Klein's name come up, whether he's ready or not. And it may not be for the big jobs, but it may be for somebody else's job. How do you handle that? And do you have that trust? And do you have that relationship with your athletic director and sometimes with your school president? That can mean the difference between saying, I don't care what the landscape looks like. I'm staying here. And there are some coaches, think of all the names. Willie Fritz before he went to Houston. His name may still come up. Sumrall at Tulane. All these coaches at some mid-majors, I don't know how they handle it. And do people even believe when they say, I don't want to go anywhere? It's a really different time in college football when it's come to that, because there is a lack of patience. And yet I think that transfer portal has done that, where you can make your team better. No longer can you blame a bad recruiting class and use that. And then, okay, let me recruit a couple more classes to get better. Now it's win now. And here's the money that we have to spend now. But you guys know, whether it's college or pro, not every team uses the salary cap effectively or get the right players. It's like, yeah, we've got the money, but we don't have good players, but they're getting paid. It's a real transition in college. I'll go college athletics, but since we're focusing on football, it's a real transition in college football. And this year has been, I think, one of the odder years, if you will, with all these early firings.
Well, you think about odd years. I mean, the quarterback that was at Tennessee that transferred to UCLA, what's his name, has gotten 2 coaches fired. The dude from UCLA and James Franklin. I mean, there's not many quarterbacks that can get 2 coaches fired, but he did. Yeah, it's crazy.
No, yeah, it's gonna change. I think you're absolutely right, Andrew, because of the money and because of the players. I think these buyouts are going to be smaller as we move forward, and schools just aren't going to have the patience anymore for coaches to have them stick around. I think you're going to see a lot more of this. That's for sure.
Andrew Monaco, the voice of the Aggies and Razorbacks tomorrow afternoon here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star, brought to you by Just Pots. Enjoy Fayetteville, my friend.
I promise you that I will. Wonderful talking with you both.
The great Andrew Monaco on the Buyers Barricades guest line, where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond. Online at buyersbarricades.com.
Be careful, Andrew. You're a pretty boy, and you're in Arkansas.
Oh, stop.
Take it easy, will you?
Relax.
Oh, my goodness.
Good Lord.
Hey, there is something weird. That's exactly right. Pablo Torre, one more time, has got the scoop. This time on Bill Belichick and his girlfriend. We're going to talk about that when we continue live from Southwest Legacy Stadium, or Titan Stadium. A big game tonight, Southwest Legacy taking on Southwest. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
10-yard line, touchdown Vegas. What a wild finish.
Your home for the NFL.
Hi, everybody. Joe Reinagle here for the Golf Club of Texas. I absolutely love the Golf Club of Texas. They've made so many improvements to the golf course, from brand new cart paths to resodding the greens and fairways. You might think it's a private club, but it's not. It's open to the public 7 days a week. Best rates are always online at golfclubtexas.com. That's golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas, you know where it is, right there off Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90. The Golf Club of Texas is the friendliest golf course in Texas.
Are you facing an unexpected financial emergency? You need WeFixMoney.com. WeFixMoney.com helps you get up to $5,000 fast. WeFixMoney.com is free to use, available 24/7, and has an A rating with the Better Business Bureau. Go to the name you trust, WeFixMoney.com. If you need emergency cash, up to $5,000 for bills or anything else, type WeFixMoney.com directly in your browser. That's WeFixMoney.com.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-936-9033. 800-936-9033. 800-936-9033.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Pork rinds are the crunch time hero of the snack aisle. Low carb, collagen packed, and high in protein, so you can keep the energy high without the guilt. The PorkRinds.com Instagram will make a crunch time donation with each share of the Crunch Time Hero College Football Post, with each share equaling a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, a nonprofit dedicated to helping families dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Share on Instagram today and grab yourself a bag of Southern Recipe pork rinds at HEB.
What does it mean to work with one of the largest personal injury law firms in Texas? At Thomas J. Henry, it means we can take cases all the way to trial when others would have accepted a low settlement offer. It means Thomas J. Henry can put our team of legal minds, investigators, and medical experts to work for you. It means you get personal attention and access to our team when you need us. Visit ThomasJHenryLaw.com. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. Principal Office, San Antonio.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, the Cowboys look to bounce back from their loss to Carolina last week as they welcome the Commanders into Jerry World for a 3:25 kick on Sunday. It's a game you can catch here on your home for the Cowboys, San Antonio Sports Star, beginning at 2:30 with the pregame. CeeDee Lamb is returning for that game after missing the last three with a high ankle sprain, but they'll be without cornerback Trayvon Diggs, who suffered an accident last night in his home, has a concussion, and will now miss the game.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Dude, I just got fired.
Did you do Sports Center?
I didn't. Pledged it. It just went right in and did it.
Well,
See that?
I blame Greg Simmons.
I blame Greg Simmons, too. Talking our heads off over there, you know, it's crazy. It's good to see old Greg.
It is
I'll
good
be
to see
honest.
old
It's
Greg.
good to see Greg. Sure is. Hey, this is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. We are live out at Titan Stadium on the campus of Southwest Legacy High School. The Fire and Armor Bowl taking place here tonight. Southwest Legacy against Southwest. You can hear it right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Jason Minix will have the call for you. I'm Joe Reinagel, and yeah, Pledge just he sees an opportunity and just goes with it.
Well, I mean, you know, the producer should let us know, right?
How's he going to do that?
Yeah, you got to have headsets on for that.
Oh, we got phones.
That's all right. That's okay. It was. I understand, Pledge, and you did a good job, buddy.
Did he?
I guess.
I had no idea.
I just I heard somebody talking in my headset as I was about to put it on. I'm like, oh hell, he's doing Sports Center.
Well, yeah,
That's
you know,
good.
it's funny because I haven't seen Greg Simmons in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
But I saw him this morning at KTSA when we were over there doing the Jimenez Radiothon. And then, you know, he's stalking us now because he's over here at Titan Stadium at Southwest Legacy. And we're just picking up the conversation and, quite frankly, looking down on the field and making fun of Larry Ramirez,
That's
who was
right.
out there doing the live shot with nobody.
Well, with Mark Mendez.
Like I said.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I got to hand it to Mendez, though. That guy, he's a genius at doing as little work as possible and getting paid handsomely for it.
That was your trick.
Well, of course. That was Greg Simmons' trick, too. I mean, come on. It was all of our tricks. Absolutely.
You know, a guy that actually works hard for his money is Pablo Torre.
Yeah.
And
this dude's he's amazing.
His latest is about Bill Belichick and his girlfriend, Jordan Hudson, and some sort of leak from some of this footage that we've been hearing about. And this is Pablo talking about the dynamics at play.
There's Belichick, there's Patricia, there's Jordan Hudson. Is my voice cracking? And
Yes.
I think you'll get here a pretty decent sense of the dynamic at play.
Is it necessary to say keep them out of the end zone? Because I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory on defense. I don't know if there's like an additional point.
Yeah. It's a
100%. 100%.
I feel like that applies to all defenses.
Well, no, but we just said that the Cowboys offense is the best offense in the league. They have the most yards per game. So they're going to get the ball down there.
Mm-hmm.
We know they're going to get the ball down there. Preventing touchdowns and forcing the field goals is going to be a key to the game.
Yep.
I mean, we could say it differently.
Is that red zone specific conceptually?
Well,
Should that say red zone instead of end zone?
well, there's explosive plays involved.
It's okay.
Yeah.
So you guys haven't reviewed these before this moment here?
Not the graphics.
Not the actual graphic itself, no.
I think she's taking a managerial role almost immediately.
Yeah.
Do you think so?
It's exactly what she's doing.
I mean, Bill Belichick's been a coach for how long? And she's talking to him about what he should do and how he should say it.
Dude.
That's crazy.
Well, and again, he's empowering her, and this is what North Carolina is upset about is how these leaks happened and who is responsible for them. And again, on the leaks, the graphics, and what is Pablo explained? What is Jordan even doing there?
Talking at length about graphics.
This feels like a how many people does it take to screw in a light bulb situation.
Yes.
Editors at NFL Films did something and then turned it around to their guys and this, that, and the other thing. It's like, it's a lot of salary
You're
to pay
right.
for. If somebody puts on a clock, I could create this in 5 minutes. Will you give me $2,000 to do that?
The reason why this is a thing for the people on set was that she showed up and they didn't realize why she was doing anything.
I thought she was a producer on the show.
She runs his media company, but was his media company involved in this, or is this him being paid?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, and look, as Pablo said, at some point, everybody realized they're actually working for Jordan.
And I think this exact question is where she has a very clear view of what her job was. And everyone else was like, I suddenly woke up one day and realized I'm working for Jordan Hudson.
You want to create editable templates that Matt can just plug numbers into? Well, we'll get somebody else to do it.
We could use Adobe Photoshop, and honestly, this is something I've done before with what you're calling a template. Okay, so Adobe Photoshop, and we have last week's thing, and then you literally just go back and say, oh, rather than Joe Montana, you just go click, 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 click on the delete button, and then type in a new name. It's already formatted. It's already this, and you just upload it. You take a screenshot of that screen and then just upload it, and it takes literally like 3 minutes to do it. I mean, I was able to build out his entire website with animations, with all of these things. I have zero real graphic experience, and he has a live website with all of these things on it. It was just a matter of pressing some things around. It's like, oh well, if we don't like that, we'll just
info. Yep.
Right. So couldn't we it's pretty elementary. Do something.
Oh my, this is brutal. When she kept saying Adobe Photoshop, I was like, I think they know what that is. I think they know what that is.
Wow.
It's just a
wow. I'm telling you what, man, she must be pretty good in the sack. Because man, she's just taking everything over. Holy cow. My God.
Spicy and naked.
Yeah, well, she's pretty spicy, apparently. Goodness gracious. And Belichick just sits there. I mean, it says nothing.
If you just wonder, because now that these leaks have happened, how does North Carolina respond? I mean, clearly it feels like North Carolina wants and is going to try to get out of this as quickly as they can. But again, another black eye for this program.
Well, again, what's sad to me is the fact that Bill Belichick's legacy is just going circling the toilet. I mean, it really is, because he looks like just like a whooped man. I mean, he really does.
Lifts me every day.
Yeah, apparently.
Stop.
Oh, I'm just saying, it's like I don't. It's sad to hear that. It really is. I don't like. She wants to do stuff with Bill, but I mean, she's just in there taking over, and he just doesn't say a word
again. Yeah.
Wow. Pablo Torre, you got to hand it to this guy. He's pretty damn good.
He is. Again, Pablo Torre is calling. You're in trouble.
Wow. I'm just blown away. We saw that, and good job, Pledge, finding the audio there. And it's like, you read the story, it's one thing. You hear it, it's a whole different ballgame.
Well, and then also, now, I haven't heard this one yet. Pledge writes, this one shows that I'm assuming Bill and Jordan, enjoyed pooping on other people.
The thing that came across, as exemplified by this next clip of Jordan Hudson leaning in and attempting to have a private conversation with her boyfriend / business partner / boss on tape, is that they did enjoy shitting on other people.
Wow.
Oh, that looks great. Oh, that's awesome.
Let's go back. To it. Okay. Thanks, Scotty. Yep. All right.
Should have Tony pulled this out.
No kidding. Thank you for helping solve this.
You should send him one of those texts, like even when I'm working, even when I'm with somebody else, I'm thinking of you. I was thinking of you the whole time. You want to something? We should get Tony in here.
You're very much.
He would make this place better than what it is. I'll tell you that.
On like a really serious note, on some of the things that we want to have counted and whatnot. I mean, there's some things that fall through the cracks, but for the most part, everything is actually really well done.
We'll figure it out.
You don't have to give Tony every single little detail for him to figure it out.
That's right.
I don't know how they have 4 full-time graphics people.
I can't hear
What are you listening to?
That's what I was just talking about. Some of these Joe's thing. Like, could we teach him to do it? Yeah, but then he becomes a graphics guy, and we need somebody who did that for us, and we have to figure out who's available to do that.
Who knows how to arrange the stats? Because I have a graphics person who helped me with the.
We need a football person.
I think they're using all of the underdog people from the other things and don't know how to do anything else aside from what they do on all the other shows, which honestly, frankly, really isn't that good. The same thing that we ran, like the final thing for the coach logo that we ended up with was like white letters and a black background. I was like, we're not doing that. Like, make it leather, like make it something.
Did she say make it leather?
The reason I'm showing it to you and to now everyone is not, man, let's cancel Jordan Hudson for her comments on graphics design and leather aesthetics. This is what the power dynamic is like around Bill Belichick.
Yikes.
Wow.
I feel like you need a shower after that.
Wow. That's incredible. I tell you what, that is just unbelievable. Bill.
And in North Carolina, they're trying to figure out who leaked, who owned that video, who owns all those videos, and who leaked them to Pablo Torre.
Wow.
Crazy.
Wow.
I was the guy. I was the Turk. I was Bad News Billy.
Oh, you gotta give it that huck too and spit on that thing. You get me?
Between Jordan's whispering and Bill's whispering and our mayor whispering she wants a deal, there's too much whispering going on.
A lot of whispering. Jordan sounds a lot better than Bill whispering. I'm just saying.
I'm glad you said that.
Well,
I'm glad you said
that.
It
is. Well, Bill, there you go, buddy. I hope it's worth it, my friend, because at one time you were a legend. Now you're just
lifts me every day.
He's still a legend.
Well, he's going to be legendary. That's for sure after all of this. Unbelievable. And props to Pablo Torre. My God, that guy he's sensational. He gets the scoop, baby. He does that.
Don't say that.
I want to
deal.
Don't say that.
Yeah,
either.
I'm not going to say that ever again.
Let's talk Cowboys.
You want to talk Cowboys or how? Or yeah, we'll do that. We'll talk Spurs Arena as well before we get out of here. We still got to do our prime picks as well.
Yep.
Minix is gloating a little bit, but we'll take care of that.
9-1 last week.
Later in this hour, we are live at Southwest Legacy High School, Titan Field. The Titan Field or Stadium?
Stadium.
Either way. It's Titan something, that's for sure. Fire and Armor Bowl, that's where we are. That's happening tonight. Southwest Legacy up against Southwest. This is the Blitz on 94.1. San Antonio Sports Star. Have you made your tea time? I'm looking outside. The weather is absolutely gorgeous. It's October 17th. And the weather is perfect. It is golf weather right now. Did you play today? You going to play tomorrow? How about Sunday? How about Monday, Tuesday? You know, you can play any day that ends in Y at the Golf Club of Texas. It looks like a private club, but it's not a private club. It is open to the public 7 days a week, and some of the best course conditions in town, I'm telling you, with the friendliest staff. And when they talk about the best course conditions in town, they are not kidding. They have redone that golf course and just put a lot of money into it, resodding the fairways and greens, golf cart paths all over the golf course, zero-scape areas just to add beauty to what was already a beautiful property. It is a fantastic place. You need to get out there. And when you go out there, you need to visit the 10 Cup Bar and Grill. That place is fantastic. The food is outstanding. They've got any kind of cocktail that you want. You want a cocktail? They can make it for you. And a huge selection of ice cold beer. It is just a great place. You might want to go out there and have dinner with your family. That's a good place to do it. And it certainly is not going to break the bank. The Golf Club of Texas, look, you know exactly where it is. Right there off Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90. Whether you're headed out there for dinner at the 10 Cup, around with your buddies, your next tournament, you got to go check them out. Keep in mind, best rates are always online at golfclubtexas.com. Again, that's golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas is the friendliest golf course in Texas.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Last year, we bought over 54,000 cars from your friends and neighbors at GiveMeTheVin.com. Why did they sell us their cars? It's because you're worth more and your car's worth more. I know that, and you know that. That's why I created GiveMeTheVin.com. It's the fastest and easiest way for you to sell your car for more money when it's time to sell. I'm sitting here waiting on the other end of GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
It's October, which means it's Oktoberfest time, and Carb Oktoberfest is one of the best out there. It's here for a good time, not for a long time. Get it now at all your stores and in select accounts around San Antonio. Carb Oktoberfest.
Prepare for a cosmic convergence like no other. SpaceCon 2025, landing in San Antonio October 24th to 26th. Meet legends from across the galaxies. Elizabeth Olsen, Brie Larson, Paul Bettany, Ian McDermott, Karen Gillan, Carrie-Ann Moss, David Duchovny, and more. I've been waiting light years for this. SpaceCon 2025. The universe is ready for you. Tickets available at spaceconsa.com.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Hi, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio where I've practiced for more than 30 years. And San Antonio has really grown since I started practicing law. The risk of injury in a car crash today is greater than it's ever been because every day we're forced to share our roads with 80,000-pound 18-wheelers and some truly dangerous drivers. If you or a family member is injured in a car crash, know this. The insurance companies are mobilized against you. They have highly trained adjusters and a long roster of attorneys with one job: pay as little as possible. Their techniques are extensive, and I believe you have zero chance of obtaining a fair recovery on your own. If you're involved in a car crash, you need to hire an attorney as soon as possible after the collision and before you speak to the insurance company's adjusters. Now, I do not have a comic book nickname. I do not call myself the Law Eagle, the Tiger Lawyer, the Law Chupacabra. I think the practice of law needs to be taken more seriously. If you've been injured, call me, Jason Thompson, for a free consultation. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400, or my website, alawyerforus.com.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/sports. QUO.com/sports.
Dallas Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer goes one-on-one and has some fun with the Morning Huddles. AJ and Rob, Friday mornings.
All right, here's the part of the interview where we've got to be jerks and ask you about the defense. Yep. Can
we get that out of the way early next week? After we talk about Travis Kelce's.
We talk about the important stuff first. We like to lube you up and put you in a good mood.
Brian Schottenheimer's unfiltered look at the Cowboys' upcoming game. Friday mornings, presented by AA Best Bail Bonds on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
This is Andrew Monaco, and you're listening to the home of the Aggies, 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
And this is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagle. He's Jason Minix. We're live out at Southwest Legacy High School, Titan Stadium, for the Fire and Armor Bowl that you can hear right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Jason Minix has your call at 7 o'clock tonight.
Yep, the Quartermoon Plumbing High School Game of the Week, energized by Hill Electric. Southwest Legacy against Southwest. Big district battle. One's undefeated, one has one loss. It's going to be a good game.
Well, that's good. That's really good. Now, Southwest is undefeated, right?
Correct.
Legacy's got one loss.
Yep.
Well, hopefully a good game. And typically games like this are pretty good regardless of it. They both have a good record, but regardless of the records, just because, well, you just want to show up the other guy.
Absolutely, you do. So the interesting, weird story of the day involving the Cowboys on a weird story involving the Cowboys on a day that ends in Y. Trayvon Diggs is going to miss the game Sunday against the Command Skins. He got a concussion because of an accident at home. Josina Anderson did actually tweet out her understanding is the home concussion did not result from any kind of dispute.
Ah, okay.
Because obviously when you don't get any details, you go from, did he fall in the pool? Did he get hit in the head with the frying pan?
Exactly.
Any kind of scenario when you hear an accident at home and you've got a concussion, I'm still going to go with he was beating his head against the wall over the defensive game plan.
Well, I guess that's possible, but it just seems kind of dumb. I don't know what you're doing where you fall down and hit your head unless you slipped in the shower or
you slip in the pool,
something like
play
that.
with the kids.
I guess.
I have to admit, I tore ligaments in my knee one time because of my damn dog. Dog was a puppy, and I was about to step, and she ran there, and I moved to avoid her, and I jacked up my knee.
Well, let's
see. Dumb accidents happen at home.
Well, they do.
My wife is a career ER nurse. Whether they're true or not, some of the stories of people getting hurt at home. Now, the other stories about things that end up in you, those didn't really happen. but weird accidents at home they happen. That's why ERs and those urgent care doc-in-the-box places, they exist.
What are you saying? You can't slip and fall in a cucumber?
Or a shampoo bottle.
Or a hairbrush.
Yeah.
All
of that.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. I'm just curious. I've got a friend that's an anesthesiologist, and she tells stories. She has us rolling about stuff that they come in at emergencies like that, and
there is nothing. You know, I love my wife, but
yes.
I don't like hanging out with my wife and her friends because their stories are who can gross out who.
Yes,
and nobody. I don't need to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I don't care. I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Hey, what you do in your own house is your own business, but.
Well,
when you get to the hospital because you were doing stuff in your own house, it's no longer your own business.
Yep.
It's everybody's business. That is a weird story about Trayvon, and hopefully, he's going to be asked about it. It's the next time he's around the media.
Sure.
You know he's going to continue to be asked about it.
He'll have a good story.
Well, I hope he does. Stephen Jones was asked about it on 105.3 The Fan today, and he said he didn't really know any details about it other than he had a concussion because apparently Trayvon went to the Star and was checked out by Cowboys doctors.
Yeah.
So did they go get him? He surely didn't drive with a concussion, did he?
I mean, you can.
You can't.
I don't know what the rules are. Have you ever had a concussion?
Yes, I have.
Did you drive?
No. Well, maybe I did.
Probably you did.
Probably I did. It was Jason Eggleston's fault.
What?
Yeah.
Why is it Jason Eggleston? Long-time photographer at Ken's TV.
Yes.
We need some story time with Ryan Eggle Music Pledge.
This happened while we were doing our civic duty.
Civic duty.
At Ken's, a charity basketball game. We were playing, and I don't think this was against the Nuns, but it was
against the Nuns.
Oh, that's another story I'll have to tell you about. But we were playing, and I got a steal and was dribbled down, nice layup, boom. And as I turned around, Jason Eggleston's shoulder was right there. I went, bam! Broke my nose, but it also gave me a concussion.
It really?
Yes.
Did it mess up your hair?
No, of course not.
Okay.
No, not at all. No.
So Eggleston broke your nose.
He did.
And it was his fault?
Well, yeah, he was standing too close to me. I mean, I blame Eggleston.
You blame Eggleston. Were you showboating that you actually made a layup?
Dude, it was great. I mean, I looked.
You're playing for the famous Tube Trotters.
The Tube Trotters at Ken's 5. Go in, nice layup, and as soon as I turn around, there's a shoulder right there. Bam!
Now, is there video of this?
I'm sure there is. I mean, we didn't go anywhere without cameras.
You still don't.
Well, it's true. You're exactly right. I still carry those things around. But that was a weird deal. But, it happens. I recovered.
Did you drive home?
I did, yeah.
With a broken nose and a concussion.
Yeah. I made it to work that night.
Did you really?
Beat the Nuns?
That's the kind. No, we didn't.
You lost to the Nuns.
Well, that's another story. That wasn't the Nuns. Dude, we played against nuns. We played basketball and donkeys.
Hold on.
I mean, we did the whole thing.
You played basketball on donkeys against nuns.
Not against nuns, no. But we were in Uvalde, Texas for this one. And we are actually riding donkeys. And the problem with that is...
seems like there could be lots of them.
Well, the problem with that is those things, you're running along, they just stop. And you don't. You go right over the top.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's exactly right.
Playing basketball
on donkeys
in a gym.
In a gym, yes.
On a basketball floor.
I don't remember. I know you're gonna have to. They poop.
Team ass versus team woo.
Well, yeah.
I mean, clearly it was obvious you needed to be on the donkeys.
It was our civic duty.
Your civic duty.
We're raising money for whatever.
Playing basketball on a donkey.
Donkeys, dude. I'm telling you that it was a big draw. I mean, because people are in the stands laughing their heads off because you're falling over the top of a donkey and you got to get back up.
This story come into your mind before or after said concussion?
No, this was true. This happened. You talk to anybody that was there. I know Bill Taylor was there.
I mean, it seems like something that you would see on the Ocho.
Yeah, well, it should have been. Dude, I guarantee you'd laugh. It was a lot of fun, though.
You on a donkey.
Me on a donkey, yeah.
Falling over the front of a donkey.
Yeah. And you would laugh when other guys did that.
And then you get back up and get back on the donkey?
Get back on the... You have to. Come on. You fall off, you get back on.
I've seen you fall. You can't get up.
Dude, well, I was young then. A lot younger than I am now. If that happened to me now, you're right. I wouldn't be getting up.
You know the saying, you fall off that donkey, you got to get right back up on it.
I wouldn't get on a donkey now and play basketball. Yeah.
What would you get on a donkey for?
What, for nothing?
Go hiking down the Grand Canyon?
We've had this conversation. I don't hike.
Well, if you're on a donkey.
Well, I'm not hiking. Those things are just they've got a mind of their own, and they're donkeys. That's why they call them asses. I mean, because that's literally what they are.
Yeah.
I mean, we keeping a book right now. We ass.
Thanks, Cam.
Oh, good
Lord.
Lord.
Oh, appreciate it. It'll be in the book, Minix. I'm gonna write a book one day. The chapter, The Donkey Incident.
I'd like to see you write.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard enough for you to type out a 45-second Sports Center. I can see you put together a book.
Well, I know computers are tough. I've always banged on the keyboard. I don't know why.
Banged on a what?
Keyboard. Keyboard. Very harshly.
Uh-huh. Here we go.
Oh, fun times. You're welcome. Story time with old Uncle Joe here. Did I mention that I called the lock of the year last night and it won?
It was your lock of the week.
No, it wasn't the year?
It could end up being the lock of the year, although some people actually had that along with you. You weren't the only one.
Well, I called it on the radio. People can claim it now, but they didn't say it publicly.
Okay.
I'm just saying. So you're welcome. If you won money, you're welcome. Buy me a beer.
You're going to credit who won Prime Picks last week?
Yeah, we're going to do our Prime Picks coming up. We got to talk a little Spurs because you got something that it makes my head explode. It really does. So we'll talk a little Spurs. We'll do Prime Picks and wrap things up here from Southwest Legacy High School, Titan Stadium. Southwest taking on Legacy tonight right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, it's a Friday. Everybody has their weekend plans. You have your plans. I'm guessing none of you plan on getting arrested, but it does happen to a lot of people every day for all kinds of reasons. If you get arrested, you want to get out of jail fast, best way to do that, call my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747, or you can start the bonding process online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail. And you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what all those conditions are before accepting it. Whether you're up in Dallas, down in Corpus, anywhere in between, license number 149, call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121, or go online at mybestbailbonds.com.
Dallas Cowboys fans, come on down!
It's AJ and Rob from the Morning Huddle, and you could be the next contestant on
The Stat Is Right.
Every week leading up to the week of the Cowboys home game, AJ and Rob toss out a Cowboys player and a stat from the upcoming home game. Passing yards, rushing yards, number of times Dak adjusts his wristband mid-play, or perhaps CeeDee Lamb mouthguard chews per quarter. Whatever. All you have to do is predict that stat, get the closest, and bam! You're headed to Jerry World with a pair of tickets to the next Cowboys home game. Think of it like The Price is Right, but instead of winning a blender, you get to scream, "How about them Cowboys?" inside AT&T Stadium. So study up, Cowboy Nation, and listen to the Morning Huddle to play. The Stat Is Right, only on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
This college football season, the Crunch Time Hero of the Week is brought to you by PorkRinds.com, the nation's premier hub for pork rind lovers everywhere. Each week, a college player will post on Instagram, and each share over a 2-week period equals a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, which helps families who are dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Giving back with the perfect snack to celebrate those big Crunch Time plays. Find your rind at PorkRinds.com or find Southern Recipe Pork Rinds at H-E-B.
It's football season and nothing beats fresh coffee, crisp air, and that locker room energy. Hey, it's Rob reminding you that Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit is just a phone call away. From Selma to San Antonio, it's luxury pet care for your four-legged MVP. With over 17,000 square feet of pet paradise, more than an acre of play outside, plus training and spa treatments, this is stadium fun for your furry family members. Call 210-750-1298. Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit, where every pet's a champion.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocation, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Corey area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
We are in October. You know, football season is in full swing, and Underdog is the best place to get in all the action where you can make picks and win money here in Texas. Hi, Jason Minix here from the Blitz on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. Love playing on Underdog because it's easy. Pick your favorite players, whether they're going to go higher or lower on predicted stats, passing yards, touchdowns, rushing yards, that sort of thing. Get all your picks right. Your entry turns green. You're going to win money. In fact, you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. So download the Underdog app today. Sign up with promo code STAR to score $100 in bonus funds or bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code STAR at Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Talk about stepping up. Bang! Bang! It's time to level up your game. Introducing the all-new ESPN app. All of ESPN, all in one place. Your home for the most live sports and the best championship moments.
The electricity is palpable.
Step up your game with no annual contract required. It's the ultimate fan experience. Level up for more on the ESPN app or at stream.espn.com. Sign up now.
This Sunday, I'll be out to Twin Peaks Park North as the Cowboys get set to take on Washington. Hey, it's James Pledger with San Antonio Sports Star, and we got your chance to register to win an Epic Cowboys jersey just for catching game days at Twin Peaks. Plus, we've also got your chance to win tickets to go see All Time Low at the Boeing Center at Techport. So come hang out with us in the lovely lays of Twin Peaks this Sunday starting at noon. Grab a seat in a 29-degree beer and win some prizes just before the Cowboys kick off. That's this Sunday starting at noon at Twin Peaks Park North.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home for Texas A&M football. Saturday afternoon at 2:30, the Aggies take on the Arkansas Razorbacks, presented by Just Spots. Pre-game at 1:30 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
We're getting close to kickoff time, getting close to the broadcast here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. We're out at Southwest Legacy High School, Titan Stadium. Southwest, they're going to go up against Southwest Legacy tonight. Jason Minix has it for you at 7 o'clock tonight. That's when we get started here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel, and I tell you what, the buzz is starting to happen there, Minix. It's starting to happen. People showing up. It's going to be a good one. I think it's going to be a packed house.
Well, it is. I mean, big rivalry game. Our game of the week, the Express News game of the week. KSAT's here, Larry Ramirez, Mark Mendez hanging out with us now. That's their game of the week.
Name dropping now? What's he? Name dropping? I know Larry Ramirez.
Well, because he's in the background right now. People are saying that on our YouTube. They're like, is that Mark Mendez?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
sure.
That's exactly what it
Said
is.
Nobody ever.
Nobody ever.
Jason, you got something.
It is.
Explain that. It just really irritates me.
So a friend of mine sent this to me because it's what Cops Metro is putting out there as we get ready to vote for Prop A and B. And this at the top says, vote against Prop B. Prop B gives $300 million for a fourth arena with nothing in return. and then this whole flyer just seems to be, well, complete opposite of everything that we have heard from Judge Peter Sakai, from the Spurs, from everybody else. Now, I guess technically the fourth publicly funded arena, but it's not the fourth for the San Antonio Spurs. The Alamo Dome was never actually built for the San Antonio Spurs.
It was not.
But Cops Metro's vision of using that venue tax money is for parks, streets, road improvement, walkability, all that kind of stuff. The way I understand it, that money cannot be used for those kind of projects.
Cannot.
It can only be used for the venue. As far as the TERS money and all that, they want to dissolve that altogether. I don't think you can just dissolve it and apply that money somewhere else.
Wow. Yeah, I don't think so either. And that's the kind of stuff that drives me crazy. Look, if you're against it, you're against it, and you got an argument, fine. I got no problem listening to you, but don't spread mistruths, lies. I mean, basically, don't do it. If you want to make an argument, have a debate about it, let's debate about it, but don't make stuff up.
One of the things, though, when I read something and I go, okay, this sounds completely different, and it says the county venue tax can only be used for arenas. They say in this flyer this is false. In 2008, the county venue tax was used to fund hundreds of millions of projects that benefited neighborhoods all across the city. Parks, walking, athletics, support for local artists. Now, I don't know if that's true, if you could put something in another bucket and call that something else, but the way I understand it, this venue tax money can only be used on major projects like that, with money that is controlled by the state comptroller. It's been earmarked for this project. If San Antonio doesn't use it there, that same money can get applied to another city in Texas.
Yes, that is true.
And for their convention centers or whatever venues they are looking at.
Well, and so that's exactly right.
Now, I don't know if in 2008 did things change in these taxes that might have been true then. That's not true in 2025. I just don't think that Judge Peter Sakai would come on our radio show and lie to us or tell us something that is completely inaccurate. That might have been true in 2008. That might not be true today.
Peter Sakai is probably one of the most honest people that I've ever met in my life, and he's not going to do that. That's for sure. I had a tweet, and I'd like to find it. Some guy sent this out, and it's actually a copy of the statute or what's in there about this project, and it clearly states in there that you can't use it for anything else other than stuff like this. And so, I mean, it's in black and white. Anybody, it's public record. Anybody can go look at it and find that out. But the problem is people get flyers like that and they just, I'm against it. I don't want this to happen. And that's the problem. It's just not true. It's not accurate, and that's an issue.
No, the mailer that I got yesterday from the Spurs and the rodeo, supported by the Spurs and the rodeo, vote yes, Prop A and B. Very simple. It says, it's got a cute little boy on there that says, meet the new landlords of San Antonio's proposed downtown arena. Spurs pay $500 million towards construction. You pay $0. Tourists pay the rest through a small increase in hotel taxes. You pay $0. Spurs pay the city rent. We, the taxpayers, own the arena for generations to come. And that's a little kid wearing a Coyotes World T-shirt. And, it is what it's there. Now, I know some will say, all right, you say I'm a San Antonio resident. Am I exempt from that tax? No. If you choose to go get a hotel room downtown, then you're going to pay that tax. It's basically 50 cents on a $200 a night hotel.
Yeah, it's not much. It's really not. And so, but again, that's what drives me crazy. That's why we got to get the real story out there and tell the facts.
Well, basically,
not lies.
Is people need to go vote. Early voting starts on Monday.
Yeah,
the election is November 4th. The key here is getting people to vote. Don't assume you don't have to go vote because the people against this are going to rally and go to the polls.
Absolutely.
The people that think, oh man, this is going to win easy, that attitude, make it a priority to get to the polls.
Absolutely. I'm glad we mentioned that because it just drives me nuts. So if you get that, which you probably will, because I'm sure they're sending it out to as many people as they possibly can. Well, disregard. It's not true. Or go do the research yourself. you'll find that it's not true.
Well, that's it, because I'm going to go look up. And when I say me, Pledge will produce and go look up what's the difference between that happened in 2008 and what's different now. We'll find that answer out, because we want from the beginning, all Joe and I have ever talked about on there is just getting accurate information out there, because there seems to be so much BS that is out there.
Yep. All
right, 5:45. Let's do our prime picks.
Prime picks on the Blitz.
All right, Minix, go ahead and brag.
Lots of games to get to this week. No time for bragging, because, hell, we all had a good week. I went 9-1 last week. My only loss, the damn Cowboys.
I was 8-2. Pledge was 7-3.
You are leading overall
by a lot,
by 5.
Yeah.
Pledge is in last place. Let's look at the games this week. Let's start with the UTSA Roadrunners, a tough road game in Denton against North Texas.
Yeah, look, I think the Roadrunners have figured it out. Now, I know this is going to be a tough ball game. North Texas is a good football team. They're coming off a devastating loss. I mean, they got their butts handed to them at home last week, and so they're going to want to improve on that. But I just think Traylor's got this team playing well, and I think they figured some things out. I'm going to go for the upset up in North Texas.
You know, UTSA is really, really good at home, and they haven't been really, really good on the road. I've known Eric Morris a long time. His new quarterback that he's got there for the Mean Green is there. South Florida, that's a hell of a football team.
That's a damn good football
team. And I'm taking North Texas.
Not just not good on the road. Denton's kind of been a house of horrors for the Roadrunners. I'm taking North Texas and Eric Morris and them to bounce back.
A&M on the road in Fayetteville taking on Pig Suey. Give me the Aggies.
Yeah, I would take the Aggies, too. They're just playing too good right now. And Arkansas, it's Bobby Petrino, for goodness sake. Yeah, give me the Aggies.
Best team in Texas right now. It's either them or Texas Tech. They're both playing extremely well. But, yeah, give me Texas A&M.
Talking about Texas, they're on the road against Kentucky. Longhorns got a much-needed win last week. They got to follow that up with a win tomorrow, and I think they get it.
Yeah, I think they get it done, too. That defense they've awakened after that Florida debacle, and I think they'll handle Kentucky pretty easily.
Yeah, Arch got things going last week. I expect them to build off that momentum.
Alabama, Tennessee. A big game.
Yeah, that's at Tennessee, isn't it?
At Tennessee, a little rocky top.
I'm not convinced still that Bama is Bama. It's certainly not Bama of old, that's for sure. And Tennessee's got a good football team. They're at home. They get this thing done. They struggled with Arkansas last week at home. I don't think they struggle with Bama. They'll get the win.
You know, Alabama was on the road last week against Missouri.
Yeah.
They got a win.
Yeah.
They're going to get a win this week in Knoxville. Give me Bama.
Yeah, struggling against Arkansas. Not a good privy for Knoxville and the Volunteers. Kalen DeBoer's got this team refocused after that Florida State loss.
Another good one in the SEC. Ole Miss at Georgia.
You know, this is a tough one because I'd like to see Ole Miss win this game. But honestly, Lane Kiffin, I think, has the same disease James Franklin has. He cannot win the big game. This is a big game for them. It's at Georgia, and the Dogs get it done.
You know, I like Georgia, but I'm taking Ole Miss in this one because I think this Lane Kiffin team seems a little bit different. And his comment about Kirby Smart and burning calories the other day, funny as hell. I like Ole Miss in this one.
I like Ole Miss, but I find it so hard to bet against Georgia, Kirby Smart, and the way Gunnar Stockton's playing.
Pledge.
So I'm going to go ahead and take Georgia.
In the NFL, in the Dog Bowl, Miami against Cleveland.
Yes. Look, Cleveland is a disaster. The Dolphins are as well. Who's the bigger disaster in this case? I know it's going to be cold in Cleveland and all of that kind of stuff. Dylan Gabriel, I got no faith in the kid. He stunk up the joint last week. I think Miami gets the win here. I think they go on the road, they get the win, because I just think they're a better overall team.
You know, McDaniel might be coaching for his job.
He could be.
And I think the players know that, and they're going to lose. Give me Cleveland.
In the Dog Bowl, give me the Dogs, the Cleveland Browns. Dylan Gabriel did look good in that first game against Minnesota over in London, Europe, where they were playing. I forget exactly where overseas they played, but He looked good in that one, and they're finding ways to get Quinshon Judkins the ball, and he will control the tempo of this game because that Miami defense is a sick.
Chargers and Colts. I'm a little surprised. All three of us are taking the Chargers here.
And especially as banged up as the Chargers are, but I just have to believe that Jim Harbaugh at home is going to find a way to get this done. Colts are a good football team, but look, it's the NFL. You know, you're going to lose a few games, and I think for the Colts, they're going to lose this one.
And I think they found something, too, in Vidal at running back to supplement while Omarion Hampton is out with that injury.
Tampa Bay against Detroit.
Just go ahead, slobber all over Baker Mayfield, Minix. Go ahead.
I like Tampa Bay.
Look, the Lions.
Go ahead, slobber all over Dan Campbell.
Well, I will.
Jared Goff.
I will. I'm going to bite some kneecaps. How about that?
I just said kneecaps.
The Lions, I think they were embarrassed last week at Kansas City. They're a better team. They're at home. The Bucs, boy, they just kind of they've been finding ways to win. I will give them credit, but I don't think they find a way here.
They get Mike Evans back.
I don't care.
And I think that makes a big difference for
Lions
Baker.
win this game.
Yeah, I can't see the Lions losing 2 straight, and I don't know if that Tampa Bay defense can stop Amon-Ra St. Brown in that running attack that they have.
It's pretty good.
Monday night, Texans and Seahawks.
Well, imagine that. Pled's the only one that picked the Texans.
Go figure.
Wow.
Go figure.
Why, Pledge? Tell us why.
I think they found something going into the bye, and having a bye week going into this, I think, is going to be beneficial. They're fully healthy. They're getting players back, and I think they continue the momentum that the offense had going from Baltimore.
Seattle sucks at home.
Well, they have this year, which is unusual.
Yeah, it's they suck at home. Give me the Seahawks.
I'm taking the Sea Chickens, too.
Cowboys and Commandskins. Oh, look, I'm the only one taking Dallas.
Wow, imagine that. Imagine that. Look, until that defense proves they can stop somebody, they got Jaden Daniels this week. They haven't been able to stop an average quarterback, much less one that's pretty damn good. Give me the Commanders. I think they win in a shootout.
In a shootout. There's just something about the way this week has gone for Dallas, getting CeeDee Lamb back, playing at home against Washington. They win in Dallas. They lose there. I think they get the win on Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, it's the quarterback thing. Like, they've struggled against so many quarterbacks, and they're so beat up on that side of the ball as well. I think they just continue to do that, and I think Bill Krosky-Merritt is going to have a field day rushing against them.
Well, and I mean, let's not forget Trayvon Diggs. You know, I mean, he gets whacked in the head somehow, some way, and that's just typical Cowboy. It really is. And then you got Kyer Elam out there. Good luck.
But who are they guarding?
Well,
no Scary Terry. Deebo Samuels is questionable.
Deebo will play. He was questionable last week too, and he played.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, Pledge? You gonna change your pick here? That's what it sounds like.
My thing is they're going to make the average receivers look good.
Oh.
Here we go.
Yeah.
All
right. There we go. Prime picks in the books. Nice.
Another week in the books.
We'll see how we do. Gonna be interesting. You guys but I hope I have a bad week. I don't think there's any way to catch me. It's kind of like we're into halftime and you guys are way behind.
It's not halftime yet.
It's not?
I know math is hard.
Second quarter?
We got a long way to go.
All right.
Long way to go.
You're the Spurs.
We got a nice football game. Yeah, we got a nice football game coming up out here at Southwest Legacy High School. The Legacy Titans taking on the Southwest Dragons. It's just a grudge match. These two teams just don't like each other. It ought to be a dandy. The Fire and Armor Bowl, that's what they're calling it out here. Extra Innings with Pledge is coming up next, and then Minix will take it over at 7 o'clock with the pregame show. And, of course, join us on Monday to react to everything. The fellas in the morning at 6 a.m. Rob and AJ on the Morning Huddle, and then Jason and I will take it from there at 2 o'clock. Have a great call, Jason, and I hope everybody out there has a fantastic weekend.
Ladies and gentlemen, the weekend.
Riding I-10 with the Blitz.